This is Big Brother. Could the housemates please report to the podcast room? Ladies, gentlemen, and variations thereupon, this is Modern Escapism in person! Hello, my name is Oodles, and I'm talking to you via the Podcastle. Joining me today is everyone. We have the delicious Candy Machine.
Hello, I brought donuts.
You did. The delectable Stig.
Hello, I brought Monster Munch.
You did. The radiant Biggie.
I brought wank tissues.
And the loathsome dung eater himself, Gadget.
I brought you here.
Yeah, on the bike rack.
The worst thing you could have brought, Gadget.
I know, right?
And how is everyone? Look at you all, you pretty little fuckers.
We're in a room, we're drinking, Candy's pissed.
I
It's
am
great.
pissed. Yeah, it's going to be bad.
Oh, you can
There's
see
the
the back
camera.
of my head. It's a good job I'm not balding, isn't it?
Like me.
So you think?
I'm not.
If I was sat there, I'd have requested the camera to be in a different position.
There's a mate of mine, and when he goes to the canteen at work, he has to sit facing the door because his hair's going.
Back of your head looks like a dog's ass.
I swear to God, mate. I've got you now in person. I'm dunking you in that hot tub.
You're gonna drown.
Yeah, we have a hot tub.
We're going to find you dead.
Floating.
Airbnb host is going to be like, everything was wonderful. The house is clean. You put everything back. What about the dead body in the hot
One
tub?
corpse.
there?
Oodles is like, Gadget, no!
Fuck's sake.
Candy, I thought you were on my side.
Yeah. So what you said, big man. I brought a knife to a gunfight. But we're all good. We're all good.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
far, so
great.
good, I think.
Safe journey.
Yeah, we all arrived here in one piece.
Did anyone stop for a piss?
Yes.
Stig did.
Me?
Oh, old man Stig.
Not old man. I had a drink before we left. I had a drink before you got in the car.
Hashtag car
And I
beers.
had two drinks in the car.
Stig-
At which point, I needed a wee.
Stig's 2 for 2 on pissing on the A1.
It's his favourite toilet.
Exactly.
And I beat everyone here.
And you did. Yes, Biggie won. Biggie actually won the race of
Yes.
life. He's the oldest as well, so he's beaten us in
But
life.
yeah, he's ahead of us.
Yeah. We will never overtake you, sir. Speaking of this man, oh, God, it's time for Biggie's breaking news.
You may already know, but he doesn't, because it's time for Biggie's Breaking News.
Sound like you had a lift.
I've got
Breaking
I'm
news.
poorly.
No song at the minute.
No, we have.
We might
We've got
insert one later.
We might.
That's what she said.
I can't. I'm going home.
So yeah, first up, Alien Isolation sequel is in early development.
Fuck yeah.
10 years after the release of the original game, Creative Assembly has revealed a sequel to Alien Isolation is now in the early stages of development. Creative director Al Hope shared the announcement in a post to Twitter saying, "Today I'm delighted to confirm on behalf of the team the sequel to Alien Isolation is in early development," which is basically the whole sentence above it. More details will be shared when the team is ready.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Yeah,
Alien
I'm so
Isolation's
happy.
a fucking fabulous game, and
Yeah.
I can't wait, but at the same time, I'm happy to let them take their time with it.
I've been trying to set up the Mother VR this week to play that again. in
Nightmare?
VR. It's not easy to set up. I'm trying to figure out how to do it.
Is it like an unofficial mod?
Yeah. Yeah. So the problem is, it worked, but there's like her body's like in my vision.
And you hate women in front of you.
No, but like you like it's weird. You can see like a kind of outline of her body, and then some of the buttons weren't working. So I need to set something up. But yeah, on top of that, this though, I'm well excited for this, especially if it's going to look like.
Have we got any
10 years
predictions
later,
where it's going to stand in the actual canon?
I mean,
Presumably it's going to carry on from the end of Isolation.
You can spoil then, does she survive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Because I'm never going to fucking play it.
it's implied that she survives. So
Yes, it's
So-
never a full-on... And she escaped and lived happily ever after.
she escaped from the escape ship that she was on, which still had a xenomorph on.
Of course.
She got into a spacesuit and kind of launched herself out into space.
Yes.
And then there's like a post-credit scene where you see her float in space and looks like she's accepted the fact she's going to die.
Yeah.
And then a shadow comes over her helmet,
Like a ship.
like a ship.
Ah.
So it implies that she's picked up. So I'm hoping that it continues Amanda Ripley's story, because the thing is, for any faults that Alien Isolation had, I fucking loved Amanda Ripley. She was so good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, what they'll probably do is have her had an alien in her, and she'll die within the first 5 minutes.
They'll kill her off screen, and then it'll
Yeah.
be like some bloke, some colonial marine.
I never finished it, but it was a real...
You've been told ending now.
Yeah.
real
Same.
no, but it was a really sort of unnerving game.
Oh, yeah,
so
it's
in
such-
VR, I think that'd be
I know, that's why I want to play it in
twice as
VR.
bad,
I
man.
really want to play it. I'm so desperate to try and get it working in VR.
It's one of the few games I've played. I think maybe alongside like Silent Hill 2 that proper shredded my nerves.
I think there's that one, and for me it was that and Outlast.
Outlast is a bad one for scares.
Outlast.
I didn't find it.
You're getting
that
chased
bad.
by men with the wangs. That's why you like
I like the
it.
wangs. I
You
enjoy
were
the
just letting them
wangs.
rung at you, you're like, ooh.
I was running towards them. They were running away from me.
A mate's just saying, you know, you don't have to crouch all the time. No, I'm ready.
You're supposed to run away from
With
the
Outlast,
wangs.
I played it in a dark room with headphones
scary,
in,
man.
and it was
And
it
Outlast
was scary.
2's fucking frightening because you're outside.
Yeah.
All the way. Oh.
And Resi 7.
Resi 7 is
VR.
scary.
That was scary in VR.
Cool. So I'm happy for everyone. I will not be playing it.
You will. I'll make you.
I'm going to try, if I can get Mother VR to work properly, I'm going to try and stream it.
Streaming's back.
If I can figure it out, I'll try and get it streaming on our Twitch.
Okay.
I've got Alien Isolation on my Steam Deck. I might play it again. Need to play it again.
Like, yeah, if I can get this working, I will stream it. So you can just watch me shit myself.
You heard it here first, listeners. Next.
Halo is moving to Unreal Engine 5. 343 Industries is now Halo Studio, whilst 343's bespoke Slip Space engine is giving way to Unreal Engine 5. A Project Foundry demo gives us some idea of the ambition ahead.
Huh.
It looks fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it looks very nice. Anything in Unreal 5 looks good.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see that Halo environment design in Unreal 5.
Yeah.
Like, it looks beautiful.
Proper shadows, proper
but
lighting.
What they did with it, they did 3 biomes. So they did the kind of like a grassland one that looked like Halo Ring from the first one.
Yep.
And it looked how you expect it to, but in high detail.
Yeah.
Then they did a Frost Halo.
Ooh.
So everything was
Frelo.
cold and white, and it was...
Frollo, I like it.
And again, it looked as it should. But then they did one where they imagined if the flood had completely taken over Halo Ring,
Oh.
and it looked...
They were just everywhere.
Well, it was like the growth...
The aftermath, yeah.
It was like the growth of the flood
Oh,
around the
yeah,
planet.
like the little eggs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked good. Oh, it
I
looked good.
just
I can't wait to play that on PlayStation. Can you, Biggie?
Well,
that's
that was
the
the
other
next
thing.
bit of the news.
Oh, shit, really?
Where does that leave this? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because Rich Ledbetter, Digital Foundry boss, hinted that from a multi-platform game development perspective, i.e. maybe moving to Unreal Engine 5 would certainly be easier for the developer to port across the existing Slip Space engine
Oh, shit, son.
across multiple
Master
platforms.
Chief is the new Sony mascot.
The thing is though, like I wonder what they're gonna do, because another game on a green world in a forest.
Yeah.
Like that's the one thing that disappointed me most about Halo Infinite was, 'cause I really liked Halo Infinite, but the one thing that disappointed me was the whole thing looked exactly the same.
Yeah.
You had it
And
was-
the boss
it-
fight sucked.
Yeah, it was a
Oh, there were
quote
bosses in
unquote open world.
Bullet sponges.
Like in terms of like, you know, God of War's an open world. It's not really an open world, but you can.
Yeah, it's
you
o-
can
open zone.
Yeah.
Would
go
they
place to
remake
place.
it, remaster it to that point with the new engine? Or do
No,
they
that's
just-
not an
it's
easy
three new
task.
games.
They
They said
just do a
there's 3 new
fresh-
games. They've got
fresh
3
one.
new ideas apparently.
Yeah.
But the thing that disappointed me was that you went up to a mountain. It wasn't snowy. It wasn't like a different
Oh,
landscape.
it was just grass.
It's just kind of grass and rock. And it's like, you've got a big
And
open world here. Why aren't we traveling to different
Make this fucker
biomes?
open.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have these kind of huge areas of grassland, and then you would like, it would be like going to a dungeon kind of thing. But all
Yeah.
the dungeons looked the same because they were all Forerunner structures. So they all had that same kind of blue stone.
Yeah,
look to
same
them.
architecture. So, are you a Halo girl, Candy?
I played them back in the day. I kind of lost a little bit of love for them. I think they just like the jump from like when we were playing on N64, like GoldenEye, and then the next first-person shooter was Halo. It was such a gigantic, huge leap.
Even I love the first Halo.
Yeah,
so-
and now it's just it's not really doing anything new. However, there are a lot of studios that are making that jump that did have their first-person engines that are jumping over to Unreal, like CDPR as well.
Yeah,
They're going into Unreal.
Yeah,
so
Witcher 4 is going to be Unreal 5, isn't it?
that's right.
So
So
the horse will work.
No.
No,
If the horse works, the game's wrong.
I'm not having it.
So Unreal 5 is free to use unless you make over a specific amount, which is not particularly high. It's about 1 million, which sounds like a lot. It's not if you're CDPR.
We make more than that.
So they must be thinking that it's going to be so much easier and quicker to make in Unreal 5 that they'll account for the money that they have to pay them.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll get quicker games as well.
I'm up for it. Look, bring it on. More games for us, isn't it?
Yep.
You can't argue with that. Next.
Well, speaking of Xbox, they will be selling games directly in the Android app next month.
About fucking time.
Yeah, why have they not?
Well,
Why have they not?
funny you ask, Oodles.
Oh, I'm so good at this.
Because they're allowing US users to purchase and then play Xbox games on their mobile devices, following a US court ruling earlier this week that forces Google to stop requiring Google Play billing for apps in the Play Store on November the 1st.
So you can use PayPal and stuff again. Like,
Yeah,
like they used to could.
Yeah, so you can use PayPal, you can use a credit card. But basically, they didn't allow it because you had to go through Google Play, which they would take the 30% from.
The original Android gingerbread, you could do it. I remember that back in the
Yeah.
day. I remember buying some Angry Birds credits on PayPal, but
The Xbox game you're buying for your phone.
tactical games
Well, no, it's not to buy for your phone. It's to buy through the Xbox
Through the
app
app,
on
yeah,
Android.
okay.
through the app, so you've got it. So like, on the PSN app, you can do it, can't you? You can just buy them,
Yeah, so
and you can preload it from your phone
Yeah.
to tell your console. Because
It
So,
just
so,
turns
so
on, but-
basically,
on
basically,
Xbox
basically, stick it means when the next angsty teen drama game comes
yeah,
out.
the skateboarding
No,
one.
that comes out on Game Pass.
No,
so
but
you
if
just
it,
download it on
if
Game
it's a
Pass.
one that doesn't hit Game Pass, you don't have to go onto your Xbox to pay for it.
Dude, those
You can
games
just do it for
always
your
hit
phone.
Game Pass because no one's buying them.
That's why it's called PlayStation. That's why it's
Game
called
Pass.
PlayStation Plus, because it's one better than Game Pass.
Wow,
Costs more than Game Pass.
Yeah.
a lot more. A lot fucking
But
more.
on top of that, Microsoft is now also planning to support the streaming of Xbox gaming libraries next month
Now
as well.
that is a
That's a good
That's
move.
a good
Yeah,
one.
I mean
That's a good move.
because I've got some games on my Xbox library from the 360 era. Noticeably, after this week's launch of Red Red Redemption, I've got that. I remember buying that on the 360. It was like I got it for £4.
Yeah.
I just never played it for some, and then I never because I literally got it right at the end of the Xbox's life cycle, and then I went up to PS4. I mean, I didn't have an Xbox,
Good
so I
move.
didn't play it. Still haven't played it on my. But if I can stream it and just play it on my handheld,
Job done, innit?
I can probably
Yeah.
get through it and play it more.
It's a great move.
Yeah,
Great
that's
move.
a really good idea. That.
And especially older games, they're easier to run through your bandwidth and stuff like that.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a cracking little move from the older Xboxes over there.
I've got a few actually as well. On my old library.
I've actually got Lost Odyssey on Xbox. It's
I've
still
got
a game I own.
I've got all the Metal Gear Solid games through it.
Not far.
Oh, not far.
Sony exclusive.
Well, is it?
PS3 exclusive. Next.
Well, going back to Red Dead Redemption, the Undead Nightmare as well is coming to PC on October the 29th.
It's best bit. It's best part of the game.
In collaboration with Double 11, the new version adds PC-specific enhancements, including native 4K resolution, and then it gives lots of techno speak.
Bollocks.
Speak.
He's a load of bollocks.
It is notable that the minimum requirement for Red Dead Redemption on PC is more than that of Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC.
Huh.
For a 14-year-old
One of those
game.
things.
That's
and
weird.
They're very different. They're very different games.
I mean, the minimum spec is pretty much close to your PC.
You won't be able to play it, Stick.
Because the minimum spec requires a GTX 960, and I think you're a 980, aren't you?
No, I'm a 1030.
Or a 1030. Okay, you're just above it.
Shite.
The recommended
Someone
spec.
buy me a new PC, please.
The recommended
Buy
spec
this man a PC.
for a 14-year-old game is a RTX 2070.
gutter.
which is fucking mental. Also, it's coming out for 40 quid.
What?
Doesn't matter. I've got it on for £4.
Well, you've got to pay a tenth of that.
Yeah, you're not everyone else.
Everyone else, if they want to play it on PC, has to pay 40 quid for it.
Sucks to be
It's a
everyone else.
14-year-old game.
Yeah, but they know what they're doing because people are like, yes, it's finally out on PC. I can play it.
It's
And
the
you're
new
gonna play it
GTA
going,
5.
Oh, crackers. Next.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry, did I catch you drinking? I'm so used to the delay.
He's not in Northern France anymore.
No, it's not.
I think my camera just overheated, by the way.
The camera go off, did it?
Yeah.
Looks like we're not doing it with
Oh,
camera.
well.
Oh, well, no video. We'll work it out for tomorrow.
Okay. Sony's Disaster Concord? Well, Until Dawn's holding its beer now. Yes, the player count is staggeringly low and it debuted at 28% weaker than the disaster that was Concord.
Is that because everyone already owns it?
Pretty much.
Is it much different, this new version?
Looks nicer.
Is that it?
Some people don't even think it looks nicer. So we lost a bit of its
It's appeal. Yeah. It's
atmosphere, apparently. Some people just look a bit.
I've seen all fog.
Well, I know I've seen some like comparison screenshots, and it's just like they've kind of smoothed so many edges and some stuff that it doesn't actually look real.
Look, it does look a bit weird, doesn't
It looks a bit plasticky in places, and they say it kind of ruins the atmosphere.
I know what you mean, yeah.
I mean, it wasn't needed, but fuck it, who cares?
Is that a full price game?
Yep.
They are fucking insane. That is insane.
I liked it.
I
but,
do.
like, I'm not going to pay again for it.
So it hasn't done quite as bad as Concord. Like, so when Concord came out, its all-time peak on Steam was 697 players. The all-time peak for Until Dawn was on Steam was 2,607 players.
It's a single player game though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still not good
No.
because it's an expensive game, but it's notably the 28% lower is on PlayStation.
Oh shit. Son.
So it's done worse on PlayStation than Concord did, and Concord did less than 25,000 copies on PlayStation.
But I think Until Dawn also came out as a PlayStation Plus freebie as well. So why
On
would
the PS4
people,
it did, yeah.
Why
Yeah,
would
it did.
people pay for
That's
that?
why
if
I've got
they've
it.
Already got the same here.
Was it already out on PC?
No, this is the PC release.
Well, yeah, then.
So they've sold 2,000 copies on PC.
That's not good though.
It's not good for it's an expensive game.
What did they think? Like, I just don't understand the thing. I know people really want to play this game. It's like, everyone enjoyed it when it came out.
Why don't they just drop the original version?
I don't see it as a game that has replay value.
I know.
You've played it as well, haven't you?
Yeah,
Would you replay it?
I don't think
really.
I'd replay any of it.
I played it and all my characters survived. Why would I play it again?
Well, I mean, there is an argument to play it again because you can have a bunch of different endings, but it seems like,
But it's still a pretty linear story.
it's pretty linear, and not to mention, like, when it's
And then
difficult as
when
an
you get
adult.
stared at by Rami Malek's fucking game face, it's frightening.
Oh, he's going in different directions.
Fucking frightening.
But the fun
yeah,
of
but
these games is
you do get Hayden Panettiere's bottom in it.
You do.
the fun of these games though is to
Reinstalling.
get your friends together and play it. So it'd be better off if it was like a 3, 4, 5 hour game. But Until Dawn's like 20 hours.
We did it.
It's not quite that long, but it's still like 12, 14
It's
hours.
longer.
So it's
I
Yeah,
remember
it's,
being
it's,
long.
one,
It's
it's
long
one of the
for what it
longer
is.
ones. Yeah.
It feels like one of those ones where you play it once and that was my playthrough. Like that's what's happened to me.
Well,
I don't really want to play it again to see the other endings because that's my playthrough.
Even if you play through it again, there's so much that doesn't change. Like, because it has that really annoying butterfly effect thing in it. But it only changes like little bits of it, like the core story stays
Don't
the
forget
same
with
all
that
the
game,
time.
there's that section in the game for about 6 hours long where you're that guy in the mental asylum
Oh,
with a
fuck
shotgun.
Yeah, I hated that.
For a full 6 hours, you're like, what's happened to this game?
But
Also,
we did
well,
it
like-
on a timer, didn't we? As the drinking game. So we had like 3 minutes to go each in a room with a group of people, and the controller was passed around. If anyone died on your watch, you'd do a shot. It's great fun.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
did it because they all survived. That was
Yeah,
so
but like
good.
that's the thing. Like, you might play it again and think, I'll try and do something a bit different now.
You won't.
But then if you fuck it up, you're like, okay, well that's not changed for anything from last
Yeah.
time. Okay, on to the next one. See how we can do to avoid this one.
Never mind. Poor dead Sony. Next.
Detective RPG is in the works with a breakaway group of former Disco Elysium developers.
Okay.
The new UK-based studio, founded by former Disco Elysium development staff, is working. Oh, well, fucking hell, fuck off. Some of it's repeated that I'm copy and pasting. It's literally the same thing as the title.
Think a good news journalist would check his.
I'm
work
Ron
before-
Burgundy.
I haven't had time. Right. Triple X Night Shift will be the first project from Dark Math Games, which describes itself as a breakaway group from the original development team of Disco
Oh yeah,
Elysium.
told us that.
The team has 20 members, including Disco Elysium veteran and art director Timo Albert.
If you say Disco Elysium one more time,
I might have to replay it.
I will have to replay it.
Well, in that case, the announcement comes alongside a rival project from the other former Disco Elysium developers, who have also formed a new studio called Long Due.
That's what they used to call me. I had to say it.
Hang on. Can we clarify it? So
Long Dew.
Oh, right.
Private Left Zaum.
Zaum.
They're the first set of people,
Yeah.
and then the Long Dew
The long Jews.
is what was left over. Is that right?
There's two separate developers
Splinter Cells.
of
I'm
Disco
trying to figure out
Elysium
who's
former
who.
developers.
They're at what? Which game do we play?
Which one should I support?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Which one do we
which
like?
one are the ones that got sacked?
Whichever one has Kim Kitsuragi.
Yeah.
So Long Due, they're just saying they're going to be creating
Who are the
new games,
goodies?
but they
Is Long
haven't
Dew just
said what
Zaum
they're
but
doing yet.
rebranded?
We don't know.
No. It is a breakaway
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll support both if they're as good as Disco Elysium.
because Zaum is owned by like a bunch of corporate sharks now.
Yeah, fuck them.
Literally sharks with suits on and stuff.
One and done. One of the best games ever, but one and done.
Shark skin suits as well.
Shark skin suits, yeah. Trousers and everything.
Yeah.
Next.
Subscribers have started receiving their final copies of Play magazine.
What's Play shutting down? Oh, never.
Yeah.
Play
Do
magazine.
you know what else is shutting down this week?
What?
Total Film as well.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So
I really like Total Film.
Total
Yeah,
Film
I
are going to
see.
stop doing printed media. Still be
Digital.
still be around on digital, but they're going to completely shut down printed media,
Oh, that sucks.
which kind of makes me worry a bit for Empire at some
Yeah.
point.
The only thing to blame are they people not buying it.
Yeah, and that's true. But I mean, when you go on holiday or long trips or whatever, and it's nice to actually have a magazine to read. But otherwise,
That's when I read them when I go
but
on holiday.
I don't buy magazines at home to read. So.
I don't buy gaming mags, but
Nope.
I can imagine
That's
I could.
that's because there's no demo discs anymore. You don't get out free.
I used to buy official PlayStation mag. I did used to
It
get
is
that.
a dying medium, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a shame.
I don't like reading them on tablet though. I tried Empire on.
Don't work, does it?
On the
No.
tablet. I'm like, I don't like
It
this.
don't work. It does not
No,
work.
like-
But
You want to flick a page?
Yeah.
The
Prob-
thing is as well, like when it's like a monthly release, like all the news and everything is old by this time.
like
we
this
read it.
news.
Exactly, yeah, but at least it's weekly.
Well, that's why I think when you
Don't you further idea? We're recording this on a Friday. We're
just an example of say for Empire.
Something massive's going to
I
happen
think-
tomorrow.
I don't think they do like the breaking news stuff. They do most of it's features.
Yeah,
And,
editorials
like,
and stuff.
upcoming stuff and features and
Yeah.
editorials because it's just like
An exclusive
It's
interview.
Yeah,
a
it's
last
exclusive
month's
interviews and
Empire's
stuff.
a revisit of like Terminator 2 or something.
yeah, they do like review like
Which is
kind
what
of
you wanna be
watches
reading.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Like rather than breaking news used to be because we didn't have the internet, so
Yeah.
that was the breaking news. But now it's not. So
But if you want to save Empire,
This is the
if you want
breaking
to save
news.
Empire, subscribe. Everyone
well, I
subscribe.
subscribe to
Yeah,
spoiler casts. They're great.
yeah.
Like if you really, really like a good insight into spoiler cast with interviews with
Better than ours.
yeah, unfortunately.
Noodles, if you want to get their
They're
last
really
issue, it features Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater.
I might
On
actually
the cover,
I might just get it just for sake. Might get it tomorrow. Might buy it tomorrow from Tazda.
Stop saying Tazda. Asda.
Tazda. From Tazda.
I'm going to punch him.
Fantastic. That sounds like a Metal Gear Solid character.
Yeah.
A naked woman.
With tasers.
No, we have Asda bags on. And the rip off. That's
She
sad.
breathes through the Asda bags.
She does. Oh, doesn't. It's really sad. Yeah, let's all buy the final edition of Play, and then the shareholders go, hang on, maybe we've got something here. Let's carry on.
All five of us.
Does it say if they're going like digital or does it just?
well, don't ask me questions about stuff I haven't got copied and paste.
Okay.
Are you putting the integrity of the newsroom in question?
Thank you.
there,
Yes,
Steve?
thank you, host.
Host, Mr. Host. Next.
Wait. My screen's gone frozen.
Oh my word! I've seen him scrolling like a motherfucker, going.
I wanted to get some...
On screen.
Listen,
I know,
listeners,
I want
we're
to
all
get
sat
some-
around the same table. Oola's got his laptop on to record. I've got my laptop on with the notes on here.
With the Enter-Shikari deck.
Biggie has the most complicated setup because he's got his laptop
He's
on a
working from
stand
home.
with a keyboard.
I've
a
got
mouse,
assistants with me.
and a mouse pad. I've never seen someone bring a mouse pad on holiday with them.
Right, are you ready?
It's a working holiday. There's a competition. Serve real royalty in Sega's surreal Metaphor Refantasio competition.
Oh!
Mirroring the fantastical plot line of the game, Sega is giving one lucky fan the chance to win a real-world royal title and become the hand to the sovereign prince of Sealand.
Sealand?
Yes.
Where's that? America?
It's a fucking old bomb shelter off the coast.
Oh, I thought that's where, like, Shamu lived.
Yeah.
You can become the personal retainer of His Royal Majesty Prince Liam Bates of the Principality of Sealand.
Oh, Master Bates.
Ah, Seaman Staines. Good to see you
The
again.
world's smallest micronation.
Wait, hang on a second. So the competition prize is to fucking
become a slave.
Is to wait on a lunatic that lives in an old bunker in the middle of the North Sea.
Do you
Sounds
get a copy of
perfect.
the game as well? Or not?
It
To buy the
doesn't
game
say
separately. I'm really looking forward to that game as well, but I'm not
here we
looking
go.
forward to my servitude.
You can enter this grand tournament by creating a short video explaining why you deserve to serve
Don't, mate,
Sealand.
because I've windmilled
as
on this
hand.
laptop loads of times.
Do you think escaping HMRC might be a valid reason?
I mean, that could be a reason.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a reason indeed.
But again, the prize is to serve somebody. You are not the king of Sealand for the day.
What if you get there and Bates is there like, my last servant used to bathe me.
Just passes you the
And
baby
he's like,
oil.
put the lotion in the basket.
I like a murder.
Yeah.
Oh,
He goes, this is your quarter, it's a fucking well. And he kicks you down it and you've got to, oh no.
I still think I might go for it. It could be Lady Bates.
Yeah. Luckily, it's not a Prince Andrew competition.
Kif, inform the men. I've made it with a woman.
Candy Bates has got a nice,
alright,
a
innit?
nice ring to it.
Andy Bates.
You could be the queen of your own micronation.
Yeah,
She is anyway.
I am.
She is. It's not micro, it's a macro nation. Cool, I will not be a plane. Next.
Over to world of film and TV. Netflix incurs the wrath of the gods as Jeff Goldblum's starring Chaos series is reportedly cancelled
No
after
way!
one season.
I liked that.
According to one of the show's
Didn't love
stars, Aurora Perrineau,
Yeah.
the Jeff Goldblum starring TV original, won't be back for a second season. What does it say? Was it a tweet or something that she put out? She took it down and then it went back up again. So it's pretty much confirmed that it's
Nice.
finished.
It
Netflix
has
strikes
really
again.
good reviews, but a typical Netflix, it's like, you didn't all watch it in the first week,
was
so no
good.
one likes it. It's
Yeah,
like,
but it has
just give us fucking time!
It had like fucking 14 million views in the first 2 weeks. Like,
It was
did
number
well.
one. It was
Yeah.
number one in their
Yeah.
little weird Netflix chart.
Just
I've got a feeling they cancelled because it was too expensive because it had a stacked
Mate,
cast.
and it looked phenomenal.
Oh, it was absolutely an expensive show.
Like they didn't just have like Mount Olympus as like a sound set. It was a full set.
Yeah.
It looked ridiculous, and they used the full. I think the whole thing was set in Cyprus, so that like cordoned
No,
off.
it was definitely filmed in Cyprus.
Yeah, cordoned off because it's supposed to be Greece, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cordoned it all off. It looked very expensive.
I think I've seen the opening episode, and
It's good.
it's really good. I need to watch the rest of the season, but it's that whole again. It's like Stig said before. It's that Netflix thing. It's like because it's on a streaming service, we're not all going to watch it at
No,
once.
you're not all idiots like I am.
But they want to find that new like 100% binging series.
Yeah, of course.
It's really frustrating because it's like, you're selling...
My
Sorry, if you can
What
hear
is
that
going on?
If you can hear that in the background, that's Biggie and Candy trying to figure out what drinks they want.
Well, Biggie's just honking in the
Yeah.
air, which I'm not sure if that's appropriate for the workplace.
I did.
It's a good job they're in a video. It really is.
So the
I
thing
look,
is...
Biggie! I pointed at him already.
It looked like it was full.
No.
Like you got
Oh my god, I'll get there eventually. Shall I
Jeff
talk?
Goldblum's trying to listen to this.
No. So, Netflix.
Hello.
Netflix. You are a streaming service, which
Yes.
means that your whole selling point is that people can watch you as and when
you
they want.
want. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if something doesn't fucking stream straight away in the first week, it may just be that everyone's not got around to watching
It's
it yet.
pathetic.
or-
It's the pathetic
yeah,
model.
like
At least
you
give it
release
6 weeks.
you release new things every week. Not everyone has the time to sit and watch everything every single week. Give people a chance.
I'm good about that. I really liked it, and it didn't. It ended on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Oh.
The worst
I'm not
part
gonna
is
watch the
when
rest
they.
of it then if
The
it
worst
ends on
thing is
cliffhanger.
when they do 2 or 3 seasons and cancel it on a cliffhanger,
Fuck's
and
sake.
still absolutely pissed off about Santa Clarita Diet because that was
Yeah,
so good.
they just want everything to be Stranger Things.
Well, there was
yeah,
what was it?
Mindhunter.
Mindhunter. That ended on a cliffhanger, didn't it?
No, you've set them off.
Fuck
The Mindhunters.
What a waste.
That is
they don't
generally
bring
one of the greatest shows ever.
God,
to
you
just
set them off.
It's fucking incredible. It's so good.
They've cancelled Thingy as well, haven't they, this week?
I mean, I would recommend watching it
animes.
regardless of the ending.
It's probably not on your news, but the cancelled one, I forgot what it is
Yeah,
now.
I told you it was the one that you liked.
Yeah.
Scavenger's Reign.
Scavenger's Reign.
Yeah, that got.
But didn't they take that
That
off?
was not on Netflix.
Yeah, that was off somewhere else.
That's off
Netflix
HBO,
bought that
yeah.
off them.
Oh, so it weren't them.
It was one season on Prime. They bought it off Prime and then cancelled
I
it.
loved
I
that.
thought it was HBO.
That was one of the
so-
best fucking things I've ever seen.
So don't watch that.
Yeah, everyone said it was great. It won the Oscar.
Yeah.
Not Oscar, an Emmy, didn't it?
Yeah.
As did Blue Eyes Samurai, by the way.
Oh, it's
I'll
nothing
watch it at
precious.
some point, Biggie.
We'll watch it tonight in October. Shut up. Next.
Aaron Pierre is officially joining the Green Lantern series at HBO. Pierre will will start as Jon Stewart in the series,
Yes. Knew
which
it.
is titled Lanterns.
He's really good in Rebel Ridge.
He's very handsome as well, isn't he?
Yes, extremely.
Yes.
He's got very
You don't have to watch the
piercing,
series, Candy. There's a
I
lot of
don't
handsome
very
so.
men.
piercing
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, I've seen his
And he's built
jawline
like
as
a
well.
brick shit house.
Yeah, and
It's-
Jon Stewart's great.
It's got building.
The problem is he's called Jon Stewart. I'm just going to keep thinking of the Daily Show.
Yeah.
You got him. You got Carl Chandler, and you've got
I like him. He's really good.
what's who's the one? Nathan Fillion.
Is he Guy Gardner?
Yeah, that's the 3 Green Lanterns that we've got so far
That's
in that,
brilliant.
in that universe.
Who's going to play Sinestro, though? Ooh, we had Mark Strong, didn't we?
Mark Strong would be a good sheriff for Sinestro.
He's
Yeah,
already
he
played
was.
him.
Yeah.
He's already played him.
He was in the Green Lantern
I like
film.
that film.
Oh, was he?
You
Yeah.
like that
I never
film?
seen the Green Lantern.
It's watchable. It's like one of my little, secret
it's
terrible.
pleasures.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not good. But it's allowed to be a pleasure. But yeah, Mark Strong was the best
Thank
thing in
you.
it. He was the best thing in it. And I'd like to see him come back. Come back. Because I like Mark Strong.
He's great.
Good, strong, bald man.
Yeah, DC's
That's
cooking.
sort of a question.
DC's fucking
is.
cooking some ragu, baby.
James Gunn is cooking.
Awesome, that's some great news. Next.
Kevin Smith will be bringing Dogma back to theatres.
As we
with
talked
home
about this
release.
last week.
Right, I need to show you something on my phone. Okay, so this is so you know.
I've seen it.
that I'm
You
not
showed me
making it
all
up.
week.
No, you saw nothing.
Oh, Kevin Smith's dick pics, is it?
I wish. If only. If only.
It can only be tiny.
Candy running through the streets naked after the decision.
What does it say I bought 15 days ago?
Dogma DVD tested and working.
Because I thought I'd never be
Tested
able to see
and
it again.
working?
Yeah, I thought I'd never be
So
able
you
to see
bought a
Dogma
pre-owned
again.
DVD?
Yes.
Yeah, because we talked about this about Dogma not being available.
not available
It's
anywhere,
not
is it?
available, and then literally
That's because
the
Weinstein's
podcast
weren't it?
Yeah.
we willed it into
So
existence.
I tell you
Oh,
what,
we did.
I tell you what, Candy. When it hits the cinemas, I'll come down to Weston and we'll go see it together.
Well, I don't think it's going to like cinema. I think Kevin Smith is touring it from the.
Well, when he tours it,
So that's going to be a bit
UK.
more expensive than a trip to cinema, isn't it?
Well, if you let me do my fucking job, I can tell
Sorry,
you.
Vicky.
Joke. He celebrates its 25th anniversary. The View Askew Universe director revealed that his 1999 religious satire is returning to theatres and getting a new home release.
Oh, I think it's a great film.
I've got
Well, it might be
DVD.
exactly what you said.
I've got a DVD.
It was
already.
it was basically it was stuck with Harvey Weinstein for a long time.
Yeah.
And it was and
no
it,
one wants to be stuck with him.
and it was since he went to jail, some other company bought the rights from it from him,
And they've come up with a deal.
and they've offered it back to Kevin Smith.
And he loved that because he wanted to do a sequel on that, didn't he?
We want to do a sequel. We want to do like a TV series,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
comic
I
books
like
and all that.
Dogma's
Dogma
great.
got a bit of a kicking from critics, didn't it? But
And Christians.
I fucking love
No,
it.
no, it was
But
well liked by Christians, and I think it made like 4 times its budget or something. It was a very low budget
Yeah,
film.
but
the
it
budget
didn't
was
get-
about 30
it didn't get a
grand.
It didn't get a good reception from
No,
critics.
None of his
was
films go apart from Clerks.
proper VHS.
The first
cult
one
hit.
the first Kevin Smith film I saw, I love it. I think it's brilliant.
Snooch to the motherfucking news.
That's the one where
says
Kevin
here-
Smith
oh, sorry.
actually protested his own film, didn't he? He went out
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I've
will
got a
never-
DVD somewhere.
If
I
they-
have
if they-
never laughed as much as I've laughed as when it says, "So we're going to bring in a new version of Jesus. It's Buddy Christ."
Yeah.
It's like that.
It's George Carlin as well, isn't it?
It's yeah,
If they
the most anti-Christian man ever.
It's so funny.
if the Cinema Kate works out put it on as their throwback, I think we'll
I've not
see
seen it. Is it any good?
It's
Oh,
really
it's
good.
good.
Yeah.
It's one of Alan Rickman's finest
Your
roles.
wife might not like it. She's Catholic, isn't she? Yeah, she might.
No,
not.
she won't like it.
It's definitely going on.
We could watch it. We could watch it this weekend.
But
Sit and watch
It's-
It's on
this.
YouTube.
Yeah.
It is genuinely one of my favorite Alan Rickman films.
Oh, he's the
Metatron.
The Metatron. Behold the Metatron, the voice of God. Yeah.
Oh, what am I even doing here?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it is good.
classic.
Recommend it when it comes out to view. I hope it goes on a streaming service.
It's also Ben Affleck and Matt Damon back when they were
Yeah.
in their humble, weird indie days.
Yeah, well, he played Loki, didn't he?
Yeah.
Not the Loki you all know, different one, biblical Loki.
But they were doing that Goodwill Hunting kind of banter back and
Yeah,
forth.
yeah,
thing.
yeah. When Ben Affleck seemed affable.
Affleckable.
Affleckable. I like it. Next.
Henry Cavill is to star in Voltron.
No
at
way.
Amazon.
Yes.
Way.
course it-
I put
He's
this in
racking them
specifically
up.
for you, Ulos.
He is just racking up. It's like, I'm a nerd and I love these things. What
I've
can I
done The
do?
Witcher, I've done Warhammer 40K.
I've done Superman.
doing
I'm now-
Voltron.
I'm now doing Warhammer 40k. Now I'm doing Voltron. It's like, what else does he need to... I mean, he's doing a Mission Impossible film, which is kind of nerdy as
It
well.
is,
like,
yeah.
Mask, based on the toys.
Oh, Mask. M-A-S-K. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was good, that.
He's done...
Voltron, though, with the rings.
Rawson Marshall Thurber is
Yeah.
directing the movie from a script he wrote with Ellen Shanman.
This is going to be good.
He's also rumoured for an MCU role as well, so that won't surprise me.
Oh, my God.
That man just is just racking up every nerd fucking
Yeah, why not?
IP possible.
Yeah, he's already in there.
He's already rich enough to retire for the rest of his
Remember,
life.
he's already in the MCU. Wink, wink. Don't tell anyone if you haven't
Oh,
seen it yet. He's already in there.
Technically is, isn't he?
Yeah. What a guy. What a guy. Get him on the show. He should be sat here. No, Candy won't be sat here if he were there. She's
No.
on his knee.
I might be.
His face.
He'd be in a hot tub. We'd all be in a hot tub. Cool. That's a good idea. There's a snake in your boot.
You're just trying to make it worse for me to edit this, aren't you?
There's a snake in your boot.
I mean, they know we're doing this. We might as well just fuck it. Just let all the sounds come out. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
why bother editing? Just
That's not an excuse to start farting. I'm laying that down. I'm telling
I
you.
didn't know it was going to do that.
What? You did. It's a fucking can of
Cans
Guinness.
don't always do that.
They've got a widget in it.
He's a fucking widget. Next.
Punching your widget.
Extraction director Sam Hargreave to helm live-action Shinobi video game
What?
movie at Universal.
Okay. So the Mega Drive Shinobi, is that what we're on about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the story to Shinobi? American Ninja.
Yeah.
Already problematic.
Very problematic. Goes around killing a load of people.
Spider-Man, Batman.
Yeah.
And we're not lying, we're not making it up.
Such a great
He
game.
does kill Spider-Man and
In
Batman.
the arcade, yeah.
It's a fucking wild game, to be fair.
Okay. I mean, Revenge of Shinobi is a great game on Mega Drive.
I really hope if they're really going to lean into the Shinobi-ness of this.
I hope he's American as well still. That'd be hilarious.
He needs to be like Californian or something.
Yeah. Blonde guy. What are you doing, Stig?
He's fucking punched the mic with his Guinness.
fuck's sake.
It's still working. No, but I really hope there's a sequence that's like shot side on.
Yeah.
You know, like how the Doom film had the first
Yes.
person section.
And he's
Like,
just flinging shurikens.
yeah, he's just flinging shurikens, but there's just like lads coming from the right of the screen towards him, and he's just like wrecking shit.
Do you remember the not many people realise with a lot of Shinobi, I think the first 2, maybe 3 Shinobi games, do you know how on the cover art he's got a sword and stuff?
Yeah.
He doesn't use a sword in that game.
Never
He
used the
just-
sword at all.
He
It's
just
all
fires
shurikens.
shurikens.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So weird, that one. But
You know-
American ninjas are like that, though. We all know this.
And that superpower used to bounce all the way.
Yeah.
You know the really annoying thing is, like normally when there's something in the news that has a song associated with it, I will stick it on the end of the Patreon.
You can't use Shinobi versus Dragon
I
Ninja.
can't, no,
You
because it's
can't.
lost profits.
You can't do it. You can't do it.
But all I can hear in my head is ding, da da ding, ding.
Don't do
ding,
it, because
ding,
he'll
ding.
come. Don't sing it, he will turn up. Yeah, that's... I'm intrigued with this, because I want it still to be an American ninja.
The thing is, it's one of those. Shinobi doesn't lend itself necessarily to being a film,
No.
so it will either be amazing or it will be terrible.
Yeah. Oh. When
It feels like this would only really have worked in the 80s.
Yeah, because he goes and he destroys a US airbase, doesn't he, with shurikens?
Maybe they can do like the karate
Yeah.
kid Cobra Kai.
Cobra
where they go
Kai thing
completely
was
opposite, where
tongue in
it's
cheek.
completely problematic, and
I don't know what you're talking about.
That'd be amazing.
I don't think
Well,
it is
they would have
problematic.
lost profits on the soundtrack, wouldn't they?
What?
You mentioned Karate Kid.
Oh yeah, it's coming up.
Next.
Christopher Nolan sets new movie at Universal for
Terrible
2026.
segue.
I know.
It's Christopher Nolan doing
I'm doing it on
Karate
purpose.
Kid.
I'm just doing it in the fucking list. Matt Damon is circling the lead. So, following the multiple Oscar and BAFTA award-winning success of H-bomb biopic Oppenheimer,
H-bomb biopic's a great fucking name.
Yeah.
H-bomb biopic. That should be our podcast.
Fuck off, like, pointing at me about making...
And he just burnt like a
Yeah.
pig. Oh, Stig, what are you doing?
I can't...
Oh my!
Oh my god!
Doesn't
Get this
work.
fucking cloth. Oh my god! This is a fucking cloth. This laptop costs £999 on tick.
On tick. You only paid 100 quid of it so far.
No, it's not near your laptop. You're meant to
Fucking
tip
hell.
it and it doesn't work. It's
You're not meant to tip it upside down, though.
No, you are. You've got to, like, put it...
Don't do it!
Listeners, it's your Uncle Oodles here. I
way.
apologise
That's
for
where-
this
that's right.
podcast.
You're meant to
So
do it
you were
like
doing
that.
it wrong.
Yes, I was
Is
doing
that
it
the bit with
wrong.
the spout sticking
I
out?
apologise for these
You're meant to
idiots.
do it, it's spout like that.
I call them colleagues.
It's meant to be upside down, and that's how it gets its...
It's an ID10T error.
So these idiots. Again, sorry, listeners. I do apologise for these dingbats.
Do you do the same thing with the kettle?
Guys, can we continue podcasting?
Chris Nolan.
Chris Nolan and Matt
alright,
Damon
he's
are
alright,
in
Matt
what?
Damon.
Matt Damon. What are they in? Dogma 2?
Well, they're aboard to lead a new project currently slated for release in 2026.
Called
It's under wraps.
Under Wraps. That's a good name for it.
Strange name, isn't it?
So this is like a non-news story to say Chris Nolan's making another film, which we all expected.
We all knew.
With Matt Damon.
But it's with Matt Damon.
I like both.
So it's a two-part news. Chris Nolan's making a new film.
Yeah,
Matt
Damon
Damon's
is.
making a new film.
Right.
And they're doing it together.
No fucking way.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't believe you, Biggie.
Cillian
This is
Murphy's
why
going to
we're
be in it
breaking
probably
news.
still. He's always in everything, isn't he, with him? Yeah. I'm up for it. I mean, it's Nolan in it. We all love a bit of Nolsey.
Well, you like the next story.
Next.
So I did not know this. Edgar Wright's The Running Man remake adds Love Lies Bleeding star Katie O'Brien to the cast.
Okay.
So Shaun of the Dead has been celebrating how many years?
20...
20 years. Well done.
Yeah, they did a throwback and Kate went to see it at the cinema. They had-
20 years.
Yeah.
Oh, we old.
I paid for that with my own money to see that.
Same here.
Fucking hellfire. Am I that old?
So this is co-written by Wright and is Scott Pilgrim, co-scribe Michael Bacall.
I'm up for this.
Early indications suggest that this version of The Running Man will see Powell playing less of the controversial tough guy Arnie,
Yeah.
inherited back in the 80s, skewing closer instead to the Ben Richards of King's book.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
The
a bit
core plot, however,
darker.
whilst less action and more thriller on the page, remains basically the same in both.
There you go. Can just go
Stories.
Glenn Powell film.
Oh,
Glenn Powell's great.
more on him later.
Oh,
Oh,
we're getting on him later, are we?
In the hot tub.
Awesome. Next, I'm up
we're
for
on the
that.
home stretch.
We're getting there.
New Karate Kid movie gets official title and logo. The sixth film in the franchise, written by Rob Lieber and directed by Jonathan Entwistle, features the return of Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso, reprising his role for the first three films, and Cobra Kai, and Jackie Chan as Mr. Han,
Jackie Chan's coming back.
Streams!
Yeah.
Oh, no.
reprising his role from the 2010 remake.
Yeah, there you go. There's the music for the end of the podcast.
You're the best.
Yes.
Nothing's ever gonna bring you down. Read the news tonight.
I've done that one already.
Oh, have you?
Yes, I have.
I can't remember.
Been
Cool.
so
It was
many.
about 6 weeks ago.
Oh,
Mate,
yeah, I can't remember the ones he does.
No.
I created a Spotify playlist so I can keep track of all the ones I've done.
And we will release that to the patrons.
It's not my
Does it
version,
include
it's the
mine and
original.
gadgets in there as well?
I put the ones that I worked out what they were because some of them I had no fucking clue. Your
Yeah,
choices.
because you're just you have no culture.
Next.
Speaking of culture, over to the weird world web. Here we go.
Oh, God. Strap in.
This is a biggie.
You are
It's like Oodles. This one comes to us courtesy of
Yes.
friend of the pod, enemy of Oodles, Monk's Boy.
Ignore it then. Next.
Woman sues porn company after giving brother BJ through glory hole.
What? Is it Jamie and Cersei Lannister?
There's a lot to unpack in this story.
Right, I'm
believe me.
ready.
Madeline Madison had booked a gig with Come and Go Productions. The
Come and
title
Go.
of the film was Milkmaids 2.
Fuck.
But the last thing she expected when she reported for duty that day was that she'd be doing the unthinkable. She wasn't exactly familiar with the previous Milkmaid films, but nothing in her contract suggested that she'd be secretly performing fellatio on one of her own relatives.
Oh.
In an interview, Madison claimed that producers wouldn't allow her to meet the other performer. This was something that she found to be really odd because she normally preferred to make an emotional connection before doing a scene. The only thing she didn't realise was that she'd already had a connection with her co-star. The man she serviced was Chuck Tang, who was
What?
also her flesh and blood brother.
Chuck Tang.
But at the time, she didn't have a clue. So she did as she was instructed and did a hell of a job. This is, by the way, the article on her brother Tang. Usually, she tries to quickly fall in love with her fellow actor because it makes her job a lot easier. She loves the man she's ready to have intercourse with. Funny enough, she already loved him, just not in that way.
I knew we had a connection.
Obviously, a scene this naughty is bound to attract a lot of seedy customers. But Madison insisted that she had no clue that the porn company would trick her into an incestual scene like this one. The company hasn't shown scenes with real incest in past titles. But now that Madison and Tang have been caught engaging in real incest, the industry stands to make billions in Japan.
Oh, fuck!
For Madison, this act has left her completely disturbed, making it difficult to work. She also didn't get paid much either. She only got $100 for her scene and a lifetime of emotional scars and distress. I don't mean to laugh at that. This is just so mad. But according to production company Come and Go,
I kind of take it with that name of the company.
Madison was not so innocent. They claim that she knew what she was doing before agreeing to do the scene, but of course Madison claims otherwise. She is suing them for $3.2 million and a Corvette.
Buy the Corvette with the 3.2 million.
No. She sucked her brother off.
But the director, Jamil Mendoza, allegedly insists that she's a liar and she'll do anything for money.
She loves cock. Too much.
Not enough for her to do brother.
Well, he knew she were there, surely. On a Boreal, weren't he?
The fucking last sentence of that article, though. He claims that they normally would have paid a third-rate porn actress $25 for a glory hole scene, but they paid her $100 because she was servicing her brother.
So it's $25 for a blowjob? Cheap, that.
You get more than that in the Ducks.
Way more.
Man.
I get PSN credit.
That's right.
I don't know how real this is, but Monk's Boy sent this over with a headline.
It's like that one.
And it's just like,
beautiful.
it's fucking incredible.
There's one last year, wasn't there, about that girl who she was on a stag.
Her dad.
She was on the hen do, and they were on the stag do.
Yes, and it were a dad.
And
Yeah.
she ended up sucking her dad off. But God, I don't think that's real.
Imagine Sunday dinner next week.
Oh, chipolata.
No, Dad.
Do you want to start with?
Oh, I already did.
Air
We've gone carry on fucking camping, haven't we? Oh, matron. Is that the news?
No.
Throughout the entire of this news article, Oodles has been like pulling at his collar.
There is more.
Oh, there's more.
Baldur's Gate 3 fandom reaches inevitable conclusion with a 20,000 Astarian sex doll.
What?
With the whole bear sex TikTok thing likely playing a measurable role in Baldur's Gate 3's ascension to GOAT status.
Yep.
It was really only a matter of time until someone spent a small fortune on an anatomically correct Astarian, I can't even say his name. Astarian sex doll.
Darling.
Yeah.
Well, Candy?
I'd be prepared to give it a go for the sake of the pod.
I'd go for Shadowheart though.
Really?
Or Karlak actually.
Would you shack a sex doll?
I haven't, but
I'm not saying would you, not do you?
if I got one for free, maybe I'd have a crack.
Wow.
An alleged screenshot of a very satisfied review, 4 stars, of a custom Astarian sex doll. PC Gamer wasn't happy and kept digging. It was able to confirm where the doll came from, Spartan Lover,
Nice.
and what sort of hardware costs, starts at $10,000, and that a custom Astarian with all extras, actuation, realistic body hair, additional girth, could easily cost you 20 grand.
Does Neil Newbound get a cut of this?
I don't think so.
No, because
Because it's based on his voice, not necessarily his body.
not his body. Huh.
If it had like a voice box in it,
Yeah, you'd have to get a cut, wouldn't
where it gave you like kind of camp criticisms throughout.
That'd be amazing.
Oh, darling, try harder.
Wrong hole.
Is that all?
Wrong hole. There's not many holes on a man. Trust me, darling. I've seen them all.
Oh dear.
Oh, wow. That's news.
No, there's one left.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell, it's a 3-part Weird World Web.
This is the
I
last
like
one.
this one.
MP launches campaign for 5p Freddo bars.
Yes.
Hey, hang on.
I'm in.
I need to know, is it Labour or a Tory?
Patrick Hurley, who represents Southport,
Reform.
Labour.
is all it says here.
Google it. We need clarification, Gadget, before we go any further.
I like
if
this.
he's got a little blue ribbon next to him.
What do you mean? It literally says at the top of the thing, a Labour MP has launched a
Oh,
campaign to
Oh, thank God.
We're all right.
There you go.
We don't
That's
talk
not what I've got
politics
here.
unless Freddos are involved.
I just copy and paste.
You didn't copy and paste it then.
Anyway, he said he set up a petition after speaking to students at the school in his constituency. Announcing the move on social media, he said 20 pence for a Freddo is too much.
Too much.
Especially in a cost of living crisis.
Exactly, I agree.
I agree.
The 18-gram Cadbury chocolate bar was originally introduced into the UK in 1973 and is not appearing in our best chocolate bar tonight. And it was relaunched in 1994 when it cost 10p. For over a decade, the price of a Freddo stuck at 10p, not rising with inflation. Since the mid-2000s, the price started to rise and currently stands at 30p.
30p? Who the fuck does Fredo think he is at 30 pence?
Not only that,
I know.
is that he's
Slag.
he's like there was I don't know if follow is it Michael Garron, the Irish bloke goes, follow me, I'm delicious.
Oh, yeah, Garen something.
Garron someone, yeah. He was like comparing Freddos of the past to now, and he's like, look at
the
Freddo
smaller?
here. Yeah, no, not yeah. He's like, look at him. He's like a full, chunky, built frog. Now look at him. He's now like
Skinny.
just a skinny little frog. Like he's not even the man like the frog he used to be.
Because
Like,
he lives, isn't it?
yeah. So even Freddo like has shrunk.
I like
the
it when
actual character.
have you ever
shrunk.
seen when Americans
Garen Noon.
No, that's him. yeah.
Americans try English and they go, oh, Fredo frog, let's try this
Fredo.
Fredo. Fredo, let's try this. Oh my god, it's delicious. It tastes like dairy milk. It is a fucking dairy milk,
Isn't
but
that
in
weird,
fun frog
though, isn't it?
form.
Isn't that weird? It is just dairy milk.
But it's in a fun
It
form.
does taste different,
fucking
though.
great.
And with the caramel, it's a caramel, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Taz.
That's a
Taz.
Taz.
The
Taz.
Taz. The
That's a
Taz in
Taz.
the 90s.
Bring back the Taz. Bring back the Taz bar.
Make
Taz.
Britain great again.
And the Taz was the same price as a Fredo. He was still 10 pence. But he had a caramel centre.
I
Yeah.
love
And a £10 of Space Raiders. A £20 Panda Pop.
You could get a cig for 50p off your teacher at school.
You could take a quid to the corner shop and get a full lunch.
I used to get candy cigarettes, so they look like they look like cigarettes, but they tasted of chocolate.
Snorting polos. What does that mean?
it. Where's the Fisherman's Friends adverts?
Non-nuggets for all.
Individual flying saucers.
Is that the news?
No. Well,
Oh,
the
God's
last
sake.
bit. I just like this bit. Hurley told the BBC he was inspired to launch his campaign after speaking to students at a local school in his constituency. The girls were very clued up about political issues, including assisted dying and the Middle East. However, he said one of the students asked if he could launch a petition to cut Freddo bars to 5p.
I mean, assisted dying, euthanasia, Fredo the frog.
Middle East wars, genocides,
I
Fredo
mean,
the
we
Frog.
could save lives with Fredos being prices being cut.
I do love that. Like, what are you going to do about this? Like these terrible atrocities going on? Nothing. Can you bring Freddos down? Yes. Yes, that's the one.
There were a TikTok I saw of a month about a big pack of Fredos that you can buy from Amazon. It's like paid in installments, paying 3. Well, Fredos, I'm like, I could. God, that's a good chocolate bar. But,
Hey mate, you can put a Papa John's on Klarna these days.
mate, that's dangerous. That's fucking dangerous.
You want to pay for your dinner over 3 months.
Imagine if pubs were like, you can do it on Klarna, you know, I'd be dead. Anyway, that's the news. Let's get on with this, whatever this is we call it, the show.
Podcast.
What we've been doing this week, and I want to start with, I think I'm going to start with Stig, actually, because he looks pissed.
I'm not. I'm just looking at my phone to tell you what I've been doing.
All right.
I don't have my laptop or computer in front of me.
It's weird not seeing you 2 weeks. Yeah, you've got no
Yeah.
computers.
And I'm normally playing solitaire by now.
Or listening to music.
Yeah.
First one actually.
You know
is,
what I can see your ears. It's weird.
I've got them.
So the first one.
You've had your fucking earrings stuck on your beard for the past hour.
I
I've been
noticed
really
that
pissed
too. I
off.
wanted to say
Why didn't
something,
you
but
tell me?
I couldn't.
Well, because we're recording a fucking podcast. I'm not going to walk up to you in the
You've
middle of a
done it now.
podcast
Done,
and fucking
finished.
put my hand on your face
Cheers,
and move your
Steve.
earring.
Cheers for that review, Stig.
Thanks.
Talking about your fucking earrings now.
The first little thing I want to mention is I have been playing around on the Meta Quest 3 this week, and I'm actually quite blown away with how good it is.
That little beast.
Yeah, because
Is that porn?
no, I had a Rift. That's why I had a Rift. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's pretty decent. It was good,
Yeah.
but I don't know why I didn't expect such a massive leap in visuals and how good it looks and the resolution and the colors and everything. And I played Tetris Effect on it, and I played Synth
Tetris
Riders,
Effect is
and I
unreal
played
in VR.
Synth Riders on it, and I was like, this is just like incredible. Like it just visually,
Yeah.
it covered my eyes more as well than the Rift did. So I didn't. The problem with the Rift is you could see underneath.
Yeah, the Rift had a really narrow field of view.
Yeah. So you could see like,
And,
the
like,
ground if you look down. It was annoying.
The Quest 2 has quite a narrow field of view, but like better than the Rift, and ever so slightly better than the PSVR, but not as good as like the Valve Index or the MetaQuest 3.
Yeah, but my God, like just it's stunning. The screens they've got, the resolution, and the way these games look, just incredible. Like, I've said it before. Synth Riders is so much fun.
Synth Riders is
And
fucking incredible.
It's a problem when you're playing it late at night and you go, I'm just gonna play this song. I don't want to do another. I'll do another one. I'll do that one. And then the next minute it's half an hour later and you're like, fuck, I've got to go to bed. And like I've just been playing this game.
The most dangerous part of Synth Riders is that they put that, well, at least for me, is that they put all the electro swing stuff on there.
Oh, the electro swing stuff is so much fun.
It works so well for it.
Yeah, I found
And
a
the
way
synthwave
to
pack.
put songs, fan made songs on there,
Yeah.
like you can do with Beat Saber. So I'm gonna do that because
You'd love Synth Riders,
Yeah.
Candy.
Yeah, it sounds like one.
I should have brought it.
It's
I should have brought
the,
it. with me. I
it's the
thought
most
about
RGB game ever.
It
Do you know,
is.
I'm really toying with the idea of getting some kind of like headset as well with the PC that I've got now. I could. Oh, I can't. It's so much money.
They're cheaper now.
Don't say that.
Well,
You
you
could
get
get a
yourself a
Quest-
second
you could
home
get
Quest 2.
Yeah.
Buy two of them.
Or you could get a 3S.
Yeah,
The 3S is like the kind
You
of.
get, if you're going to link it to your
um,
PC, it's easy enough.
I do
Yeah.
just miss. I miss Beat Saber. It's
Synth
works
Riders-
better.
Synth
Synth
Riders
is
is so
than
much
Beat-
better than
it's
Beat
better,
Saber.
but it's so much better, and it gets you moving.
It's got some fucking 9-inch
so like
nails on there.
so Beat Saber obviously has you like kind of like do it. It is fun, but Synth Riders has because you are hitting these orbs, and it has like these kind of like snaked
Yeah, like
trains.
following
Oh,
the
that's
tracks.
cool.
So you're up and down, and you move it, and you're bopping away with the music, and you just feel you get it.
It's
properly
almost
get in the
tricking you
groove
into
of it.
dancing.
Yeah, it basically it makes you dance.
That's
Nice.
the best way to dance, to be tricked into it.
Absolutely.
It's really
you,
good.
You can get a bit of gunship on there.
Yeah, but I was just kind of genuinely blown away about how good this headset is and what you can do with it, like compared to what I had.
Yeah.
And just little things are just like, even just the pass through. You just
Yeah.
tap the side of the helmet, and it goes into pass through mode where you can see the outside of the helmet,
Because-
so you'd have to take it off.
The controllers are better on the newer ones than the on the Rift.
And you can do hand motion as well, so you can certain things you can set where you can actually just,
So it's a bit like that.
You can use your hands
a bit
to
like
just
that
grab
Apple
stuff.
Vision Pro, isn't it? But cheaper.
but a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
About
it's,
$3,000 cheaper.
Yeah,
it's kind of like halfway between traditional VR and the Vision Pro.
AR stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
But yeah, I was playing that. It was really good. The other thing that I've done this week is, it's not so much this week, it's actually been over the last few weeks. It's become my new gym show. So I have a show where when I'm in the gym and I'm on the machines, I tend to watch a show that's like 20 minutes, half an hour long. Usually it's anime because there's so many anime stuff out there that I want to watch that it's like, this is the perfect time to just
And the
watch
quick,
this.
aren't they? The
Yeah.
quick shows.
Like
and it's
Legend of the Overfiend.
No, it's
That's
not
a long
that.
film, that.
I do not watch anything porny in the gym.
That's why you're missing out.
Everything that I watch in the gym is perfectly fine for anyone to glance over and see it and be like, that's fine.
I know.
Did you watch
it's
Attack on
just a
Titan
nerd.
in the gym?
I've been
No,
banned
no.
from so many gyms.
Attack on Titan's not porny.
No.
It's violent.
There's nothing like
No, I
that.
thought it was like sex stuff in
Oh
there as
god,
well.
no, it's just violent.
Okay.
So I've been watching Black Clover. It's on Netflix. This is an adaptation of a manga. It follows young boys called Asta and Yuno, who are two young orphans who are dropped off in a remote village in the middle of nowhere. I think the village is called Hajj Village. It's like a backwater village in nowhere. And this is set in a world where a lot of people have magic. So there's a whole kind of lore telling of this wizard once took down this huge demon, like massive demon, like the skull is like fucking huge. It's like a skyscraper the size of this demon's skull that's been left. And he was branded the Wizard King. And then ever since, over generations, as the Wizard King goes older, it's passed down to a new Wizard King. And in the capital, there is all these different wizard clans who protect the Clover Kingdom. So you have, I think there's like 7 or 8 different Magic Knight groups. And these two boys, Yuno and Asta, their ambition is to join the Knights.
Okay.
Asta has no magic. So you are born with magic or you're not. He is born with no magic, and it's the show kind of starts with showing them as young kids, and basically performing magic as a child, and Asta being like, he's determined that at some point magic will come out of him. He will, some point it will blossom. He will have magic powers. and he doesn't. So what he does in the meantime is he trains his body, so his stamina and strength.
Like
and everything.
Saitama.
Yeah, so it's all about. In the meantime, he thinks, I can't do this. I'll train my body to have stamina and strength. And then when it comes to the day when they have their grimoires, which is like this magic book that you get given, which kind of gives you your spells and everything, he ends up getting. So gets this like really kind of unique and rare grimoire, and Asta gets nothing. And then this is all like in the first couple of episodes. It's not really spoiling everything. It's just kind of the setup. He ends up getting this one called the Black Clover, which is actually an anti-magic. That's very American.
Yeah, I can see it. I'm looking at a 5-leaf clover, dark triad.
Anti-magic grimoire. So he can't wield magic, but he can fight against magic.
You can stop magic.
So he can stop magic. So he gets given these magic swords from the grimoire, and because he's like so strong and because he's so like fast and everything, he can use that and the anti-magic against magic. So he actually gets accepted. Him and get accepted into one of these knights kind of things, and it just takes it from there. It's just really about their advantage.
Good. It's got good graphics.
Yeah.
It looks like My Hero Academia.
Yeah, the animation's really good. The music's great. The music kind of reminds me of Dragon Quest, like some of the like the. Yeah, it's like that. It's
Trumpets.
like no, but every now and again there'll be like the thing about this show is if you're gonna watch it, the first several episodes are tough. Asta is a whiny little fucker who screams and shouts, and he's just like, I'm going to be the Wizard King, I'm going to do this.
He looks like a Pokemon guy.
And you are just like, oh my God, like, is this show about that? Get through that, because once he gets to the capital and he gets accepted into one of the knights, he's very grounded after that. The other characters really keep him in check, and they offer a really good balance for... So then, like the knights group that he's accepted into is kind of seen as a bit of a jokey knight. They're like the lowest rung of like the knights. So they are mixed with all these weird and wonderful kind of peoples. Whereas a lot of the other knight groups are like, we're amazing and we're just, look how good we are. We're so regal. We're so perfect. We're the best knights. You're pathetic. Whereas them, they are just like the outcasts. But they're all really good. There isn't a single person in that group that you're just like, apart from the guy who loves his sister too much. There's one guy in there.
Was he on that news article that
there's one guy in there whose whole thing is about, he's like, look how perfect my little sister is. She's so amazing. Every time he talks about her, his nose bleeds.
You should see her in the
and
glory
it's
hole.
Oh no!
It's like, it's so odd and weird, but the humor is perfect. It really does the humor and the serious stuff really well, and it knows exactly when to put that humor into something. Like it knows exactly when to do a quip or to put something silly in there, and it has like that kind of like music. It just kind of goes do do do, and it's like that's why it reminds me of Dragon Quest, like the soundtrack, because it's just
It's
like
time for adventure.
Yeah, it just puts that like little quip in, and
I've seen it advertised before, and I was always on the fence. And now you've tipped it.
It's a long show. I didn't
Okay.
realize this when I started it, that there's 4 seasons, and the first 3 seasons have something like 50 episodes.
No, they're doing these
50, and then the
They're all
third
from
season has
manga,
like
that's
20
why.
something, and then there's a
God,
film at the end of it. But
I thought Evangelion was long at 24.
oh, like I didn't even realize it was that when I
You
started.
should start
I
One
just,
Piece next. That's really short.
I just looked at it and thought, oh, that sounds like my kind of thing. It's an anime. It's a fantasy world. There's magic. There's demons. There's fighting. Like.
What's going on with the fucking Japanese with them when they make these animes that are 50 episodes a season?
Yeah, and the dub's good.
Just one
do you
episode.
know when they play them when they play them live in Japan? They play 3 in a row, every week. That's probably why they're so long. They're like 45-minute blocks or something like that.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
So I know a lot of people don't like to watch the dubs. They just prefer to watch the subtitled
But
version.
when you push,
But when I'm in the gym, because I do just watch this in the gym.
When you're looking at the other boys, you want to be able to hear it. Don't you?
I'm not really wanting to read anything. So, but the dubbed version is really good.
Yeah. They've got a lot better.
got
They've
some
got a lot better with anime dubs.
Yeah, it's got some really fun and good characters in. There's some others as well where you just kind of like, oh, this guy's going to be a dickhead, and it just turns out to be like, just not, just like
a nice
just
guy.
someone that you really like. And Asta, who I said to start with, he's whiny, he's really annoying. He just becomes really lovable, and it honestly it makes me laugh. I'm on the cross trainer watching this,
Giggling.
and something happened, and it make me laugh. And sometimes it'll just come from a character you never expected either. Like, I'm really, really enjoying it. Like,
That's
say,
good.
push through those first few episodes.
A lot of them are like that, though.
You know, and there's one character in there who I've posted in our Discord. She just reminds me of Gucci from our Discord. Small, like,
Oh, the
girl
one
who
with the
just
food, yeah.
loves food, and like will just like her whole thing is she loves food, and it's just every time I watch, I was like, that's just her. Like, it's a really good
Big
show.
mustard guy reminds you of you.
Yeah, of course he does.
Yeah,
Of course.
Not Asta, you like the big guy.
No, the big. I've
Yeah, the
been
guy-
looking at some pictures. I'm like, that's thick.
Yeah,
That.
yeah.
I didn't. I didn't.
No, it's good. I enjoy it.
I
But
might-
that's really all I've done.
I might watch that with my lad because me and him have been watching some animes. That's awesome. Awesome. Cool. I'll go next. I've only got one thing as well because I'm not reviewing E. coli
No, I can't imagine you would.
because I've had that this week. Candy's had Rona. I've had E. coli. I bet it was quite a poorly pod last week, weren't it? I apologise for not being there, but I had E.
It was.
coli.
It was. We were barely holding it together.
Yeah.
I think we did pretty well though.
I mean, we did all
Bit
right.
of gaffer tape.
awesome.
Yeah.
Best episode ever.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah, you reckon?
No, I think so.
Yeah. So
Let the listeners.
E. coli gets a 1 out of 5.
Oh yeah.
Terrible. Would not recommend. But I have I've been naughty because I'm poor. I've been poorly. I've been naughty. What's he doing?
So Stig stepped out of the room to eat a Jaffa cake.
Open the packet.
To open the packet of a Jaffa cake, and he came back in, and then he pushes
I just watched
pushes
the
the
mic.
packet against the mic as he comes back in.
I can't work with you lot, mate.
It's just Stig. Every time Stig does something, he bumps the mic.
It's in the wrong position. That's why it's coming at me from the wrong direction.
Got an arm. You can move it, man.
It's coming at me from the wrong direction.
I thought truth, Dad.
Quit.
Are we ready?
Noodles, what you been doing?
E. coli, 1 out of 5. I've also been very naughty this week. Very naughty. I've been watching the BBC,
The
the
BBC.
British Broadcasting
Noodles,
Corporation.
have you paid for a TV license?
No, work has been paying for it because I registered in their address.
Oh,
So how could they ever find out?
TV licensing man's going to be outside your house when you get home.
Good luck, I'm not there. Oh, when I get home.
When you get home.
I don't even think my wife even knows what TV license is. She'd be like, what are you talking about? Get out. Fuck off. But yeah.
There's going to be a van outside your house that says "Food by Ian."
Food bag. Yeah. And also a cig waiting for me from that boy. That's stoner. In jokes. But yeah, I've been watching the BBC because my favourite guy, Professor Brian Cox, has started his new
Brian
show.
Cox.
I love Brian Cox. He's the best.
Great actor.
No, not him.
He's great in Succession.
He's the He's the greatest astrophysicist we've got currently. He's done his new show.
Multi-talented.
Yeah, and he were in D-Ream.
Thing's going to get better.
Yeah.
D-Ream, Succession, the spaceship.
Yeah, played Hannibal.
Spaceship.
Yeah. The new show is The Solar System. So, as you can imagine, it's a space documentary.
No, never.
And I kind of see space documentaries as horror documentaries. Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, because you've got megalophobia.
Yeah, and I've been watching. It's 5 episodes, and it's obviously about our solar system, but it's not what you think about our solar. It's about things that you don't expect to be in our solar system. Like, did you know that, for instance, Saturn's got a moon that's shaped like a hamburger?
Oh.
I did,
Oh, there you go.
because I'm a space nerd. But
You're a space nerd, and just things like that. Like, there's way more planets past Pluto.
yeah, there's loads of
We just-
exoplanets out there.
They're still in our solar system, but we just don't. They're exoplanets, aren't they? Because they're out of the
Well,
area.
they're out of the area. They're
The
also
dwarf planets and stuff.
yeah. They're like some of them are like the size of
Yeah.
America. Like,
Yeah.
but it's like it's technically a planet.
Yeah, 'cause it's got an orbit.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like bigger than an asteroid.
And there's dark worlds like Maki Maki. There's a planet called Maki Maki. It's pink. But you don't know it's pink because the sun never shines on it.
I know that from a YouTube show that my daughter watches.
Maki Maki.
It's got a little song, Maki Maki.
There you go. Yeah, it's an actual.
I knew that as soon as you said that. I was like, it's gone in
It's
my
a
head
little
now.
planet, and what it is, it's like do you know when Attenborough goes, he does the nature docs, and it's like nature you don't see. This is the
Yeah.
solar system you don't really see. I mean, we don't see fuck all really, do
Because
we?
it would ruin the rhyme, wouldn't it?
Which rhyme?
My very easy method
Oh
to speed up naming
yeah, of
planets.
course it does. Yeah. But again, like how we declassified Pluto to a dwarf planet. But he says stuff like that doesn't mean that Pluto's still not extraordinary. You know what I mean? It's still a fantastic, amazing thing. And I didn't know that Pluto was a binary planet with Charon.
Yeah.
I didn't know those two and people didn't know that at first.
Because Charon was supposed to, they thought it was its moon.
Yeah, but it's not. It's just a binary planet.
Because Pluto is so small and Charon is kind of big for a moon. They're almost the same size.
Yeah.
And they kind of spin around each other.
Yeah. But we didn't know that for decades because obviously technology and Hubble telescope's way better now, isn't it? And stuff like that.
But did you know that since Pluto was discovered, it has not had a single circle around the sun?
It still hasn't done its first orbit.
And it won't do that. It won't complete that until 2147.
Wow.
There you go.
Takes that long.
Yeah. But that's
It's a
what
fucking long time for a birthday.
Yeah.
What I like about Brian Cox's his documentary, he's done loads, hasn't he? But what he does, he makes all this science mumbo jumbo. He makes you understand it. What he'll do, he'll talk about something simple like gravity, but the actual mechanics of gravity. He'll do it in a little experiment in front of you.
He's like the science version of David Attenborough, isn't he?
Yeah, he basically is because
You just said that.
I did.
Oh. Delay in France. Isn't it?
Oh my
Oh,
god!
talk about me making noise.
Oh my
Fucking
god!
hell.
The fact lad knocks the thing off.
But I really recommend it. And again, if you don't have a TV license, use someone else's. I'll just stream it illegally. I think this it's extravagant. What the backdrop of it is, he's got a little spaceship and he's going around the solar system to different planets, and he does something what a lot of these space documentaries don't do. Someone like Gadget knows these planets, but it names them all every time you go back to it because I don't know what they are. I ain't got a fucking clue. But the vistas, the graphics, and it's absolutely stunning, frightening.
He's a very affable sort of guy.
And he's
isn't
lovely, yeah. He walks around in his jeans and his floppy hair. He's just like us. He's just like us.
My issue with like shows like that, I love them and I love a bit of space and everything, but as soon as they start chatting, I'm asleep. Like, not that I'm not interested, it's just like, it's so soothing, isn't it?
I mean, I was deep in an E. coli induced coma at one point, but it was nice to have it in background. And it's a really good show. I get why some people do pay for TV license for stuff like that, but it doesn't come round often enough to warrant it.
Match of the day, mate.
Match of the day, yeah, that's it. I really recommend it. It's just called The Solar System with Professor Brian Cox.
I caught him on one particular show that he was on TV, and they were trying to explain why time travel doesn't work.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
It's impossible. It's scientifically impossible.
It can't work.
He can't. He just cannot work.
Yeah.
He cannot.
But he did the same thing. He explained it really simply.
Yeah.
Unless you've got DeLorean.
Unless you've got a DeLorean and plutonium
And a mad professor.
Yeah, but I really, it's the only thing I've done. Again, I'm poorly, and it's just what I've done in it. It's what I've done, and I really enjoyed it. I really recommend it. But
What about how much Stellar Blade have you played?
I have played quite a fair bit of Stellar Blade, actually.
I'm just
I will mention
interested.
your thoughts and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, really? It's disgusting.
He's sexy.
It's disgustingly sexy.
How many wanks have you had over
No, I don't want.
How many times have you been up and down that ladder?
There's more than one. Mate, there's a fireman's pole in it.
Woo!
Oodle, show us your PlayStation app. I want to see your captures.
No, there's no captures on it. No, it's a very good game. I haven't finished it yet, so I'm not going to review it yet. But it's really good, and it reminds me of Bayonetta. It's not a Soulsy-like game. It's a Bayonetta-y type.
I mean, I've heard the people who've enjoyed it have really enjoyed it as a Bayonetta like.
Yeah, I mean, Bayonetta were pervy though, weren't it?
It was, but
Not this pervy.
but in a different way, because like Bayonetta was pervy. Sorry, people, listeners, I'm walking around the table at this point.
This is like a 4D experience, this podcast. He's in the fridge now! I'm in the fridge!
Steal one of your pops.
Have one, mate, have one. A tactical pop.
A tactical pop.
It's always good for you.
So yeah, Bayonetta was pervy, but in a way that made sense because Bayonetta herself.
Woman empowerment.
It was woman empowerment because she was sexy.
Yeah.
She was sexy.
God, that's so woke.
But she was sexy because it made sense for the character to be sexy.
Yeah.
Whereas Eve in Stellar Blade is kind of a victim of her sexiness, which what makes her feel pervy.
What I can tell you with Stellar Blade, Biggie, there's no wokeness in that fucker. There's no woke at all. It's not. Oh no.
Wasn't Bayonetta like a Devil May Cry type game? Was that God of War?
Yeah, that's what this is. It's a Devil May Cry type game.
Is it?
Yes, it's not Souls like Everything seems. There needs to be a sticker, doesn't there? Not a Souls-like on game boxes. Not a Souls. Because it puts people off. I think.
I would find that really helpful.
It puts
if I
people
know,
off.
Yeah, if I know it sounds like
oh, look,
it.
there's a checkpoint, and when you rest, it respawns the enemy. Sounds like.
Yeah, Candy, you would like it. I genuinely think you'd like it because it's like there's a lot of dressing up your doll. You can go to the hairdressers and stuff because you're a woman.
No.
Is there a cat?
No.
There is a cat, yeah.
In that case.
There you go.
Yeah, but if it's a Devil May Cry style game,
It is, mate. It's a combo based game where you can get better because
you can send me it when you've done with it.
I will do, mate. I will do. But yeah, that's been my week. Biggie, what you been doing?
A bit of a biggie week, to be honest.
Same.
I finished The Perfect Couple.
Any good?
Shit ending.
Oh, that's disappointing because it was
Yeah.
an interesting concept.
It was, but it just...
Not a perfect show, then.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I still have no idea why they did the intro. And I agree with Stig, actually. I think it's trying to copy Peacemaker series just because it seems like a trendy thing to do.
Peacemaker's intro is so good
Yeah, I've seen it.
because it's so awkward.
It's good.
But it doesn't work for the show at all. So yeah, I really wouldn't recommend it. It's no better than any other sort of, I don't know, Agatha Christie type show. It's, yeah.
Right.
It's
not Poirot.
No, I didn't think
nothing's
it was that good
Poirot.
at all. The acting was fine, but
Nothing's a David Suchet.
Oh God, I love good when you watch Poirot
Because
Sunday afternoon. Oh
Kenneth Branagh can't do a Poirot.
no, can he
No.
fuck?
I like those films. Not the Death of the Now one.
No,
the other
no.
two.
Oh, that was...
No.
Orient Express.
Orient Express wasn't good.
I don't think it was that good at all. It was not.
Was that the last one?
The
What was the last one? I haven't seen
Death
that
on
one.
the Nile was the last
no,
one.
it wasn't. It was
The scary
Hot
one
in
after
Venice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot about that entirely.
Venice one, yeah.
Alright, I quite like that one.
I haven't seen that one yet.
It had like a supernatural vibe
I've read them
to
all.
it, but obviously
No,
clearly
I read
not.
the books. I saw the Kenneth Branagh Death on the Nile.
Yeah, I didn't
I
like it
think-
either.
I
It
mate.
was an unmitigated
I think
disaster.
Hot in Venice is just made up. I don't think it's based on it.
I don't think it is a book. I
No.
don't think it is. No, I've never read
It's
that
good,
one.
like because it just it plays on that. There's something supernatural going on, but like there
It can't be.
isn't.
It
but-
can't be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it makes it feel.
It's a bit like
it.
some of the
It's really-
Sherlock Holmes ones.
Yeah, it's good.
It can't be a real Hound of the Baskervilles, can it?
Yeah,
It's just a big dog.
No, it's a hallucination on a government on a
No,
government
not that
drug
one.
thing.
Not that one. Not about Eggs Benedict Cumberbatch. No.
Anyway, Biggie, what were you saying?
I played PGA Golf with my mates 2021 again.
Oh my
we haven't played that
word.
for a while.
2021.
But it is such a good couch co-op game with your mates.
Golf.
Drinking beer, chatting, playing golf.
When you
It's
play
great.
real golf, it's
You
fun.
don't need to because you're nice and warm in a house.
Putt.
You don't have to make any effort. It takes you along the course. It's great.
You live near Brighton. There's a crazy golf place in Brighton.
I know there is, but we're in the
Pirates Cove.
house drinking beer. It's
You can
great.
drink beer at Putt.
I'm drinking beer here.
You can drink beer at the crazy golf in Brighton.
Maybe. But I managed to retain...
You can't have been there.
There's no maybe about it.
I managed to still retain the NWA golf trophy, though, because
Congratulations.
I won that. Thank you very much.
Hold up.
I'm still enjoying Grey's Anatomy, but I
Stop mentioning that.
Only
phrase.
thing I want to mention about it is there's...
What season are you on?
It's I'm on
Who's dead?
season 7 at the minute, but going back a couple of
Oh, so
seasons.
you're only a third of the way through.
I don't know for those that have watched it or haven't. There is a very, very good, maybe 3-parter where there's a shooter in the hospital and the acting.
yeah,
is
that's all right. Actually,
Yes,
that's
there
that's pretty good.
Do
Really-
they have sex with a shooter?
No,
No.
the shooter in
It's
the
really
hospital
stressful.
episodes are really good.
Yeah, it's a really good
Episode, so there's more than one.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
it's
3
three
parts.
Oh, it's 3 parts.
'Cause
Not,
it's so-
not multiple seasons. There's a
There's
different
some-
shooter.
there is some really
It's so shagging each other.
There's some
back
really
in
good
there.
stuff in Grey's Anatomy. It's
There
just that
is,
the seasons are too long.
it's not like the
and then
community
it starts
paintball
becoming a
episode.
bit.
There's a lot of filler.
Yeah, there's a lot of film and it starts.
I
becoming a
am
bit
not
samey.
putting Grey's Anatomy on the
I
podcast
know
art.
that because the other thing that I did watch, but you have covered it, is Deadpool Wolverine.
You can talk about it now.
Finally,
you enjoy
got
it?
around to watch it. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil anything. It's just very, very funny. Great cameos and film callbacks. It's so good. Not spoiling who appears and what, but I just
I think
think
the internet already has.
I think we can talk about it a little bit.
it might have done, but yeah, I just think it was just brilliant. The different Wolverines that you find in that is just
Where's your
so
dialogue
good.
coach?
The different Wolverines and the callbacks to like
I'm
to
about to make a
cover
name for
arts
myself.
and different things. So like the
I do
whole
love that meme on TikTok now.
yeah, like the bit with I'm gonna spoil it. The bit with where he goes into the universe and it's Wolverine. Have you seen it?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, where it's Wolverine versus the Hulk, and
Yes.
you see
Yes.
the Hulk reflected in his
Claws.
claws, which is based on
The
you
book.
know, on the book. Yeah, so little things like that I thought were really cool.
Yep.
I really like the Yeah, because you got all the different Wolverines from like
They were all scenes from a comic.
Yeah.
they're all
they're
scenes from a comic. Like the one of them on the X crucifix.
That's it.
Yeah.
Which is I think is a cover from.
It is a cover, yeah.
Yeah.
They all are.
They all
Every
are,
single
yeah.
bit when he
Every
goes,
sing- everyone,
everything was
they're all covers
yeah.
from
apart from when small Wolverine jumps off.
That was great.
That was so good.
Out
The,
loud
the,
at
the,
that.
the only thing that missed it should have been Danny DeVito,
I'd have loved
Yeah.
that. I'd have loved
but
that.
and the Cavalry.
Yeah,
Oh, that
yeah,
was amazing.
yeah.
But do you know what? I pretty much think I missed all the spoilers for that film.
You did well.
I think you did well.
The
So
obvious,
I saw it like 5 days after it came out,
That's like day one.
and
Yeah, same.
I had one spoiler, which was Channing Tatum's role in it.
Yeah.
who was great.
He was fucking
So
fantastic.
It was written for him.
Yeah.
I'm Adam Megan.
The problem with I think me and Noodles is that because we're on TikTok a lot that you cannot.
We had no choice.
Yeah, if it's like
But
okay,
I don't use that, you see. So
Yeah, but
I watched it
if I
the
don't wanna
first
be
day,
spoiled
the
sometime,
first showing.
I will stay off social media if I don't want to. Like, it's
That's-
like when the wrestling's on. If I can't watch it the next day, I won't.
Just don't go on it.
go on social media because otherwise I'll find out any spoilers.
That's why I went to see Alien Romulus at
Yeah.
10 in the morning.
You've got to sometimes, haven't you?
But the plot was just batshit crazy, but fun.
the plot made about 10% sense.
It didn't have to, and every time Ryan Reynolds looked at the screen, like, we know it's not making sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know it's not making
Oh,
sense.
the fucking jokes about even Hugh Jackman's real life.
It's divorce. He's going through a divorce.
He's let himself go since the divorce.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I can't believe you like said,
He
"Can we
was a
do
good
this?" He's
sport
gone,
for
yeah,
that, I have
okay.
to
Then.
say. But I don't know what they do next.
Yeah,
I
just
just
fucking let himself
it's
go.
really interesting concept.
Me and Stig have talked about this. There won't be another Deadpool film for a very long time.
Yeah, I don't think they do anything. So I think Deadpool will appear in a few
Every so
MCU
often.
films.
Yeah.
And he'll fuck some shit up and he'll fuck off. He'll be like in 10 minutes of a film.
We won't see Hugh Jackman's Wolverine ever again.
No,
No.
Might do.
It's skint.
Not that. It's just
People love him.
people love him. And he
Yeah.
draws
But
the
if they're doing
crowd.
the X-Men TV series or whatever, and however they introduce it, is Hugh Jackman going to be Wolverine? They're just
The
gonna get
Wolverine.
a new
Candy
guy
still
to
wants
do it, you know?
Daniel Radcliffe.
I would. That's the one thing I think
Daniel
it
Radcliffe
missed.
would be great.
Yeah.
I can see it. I can see
Hey,
it.
Bob.
Right.
Expelliarmus!
Yes, the problem is, it's just that everyone. We've had Hugh
Because
Jackman.
he's jacked.
We've
I know
had,
he's jacked.
We've had Hugh Jackman.
I
for
saw him in Imperium.
24 years now, and it's like,
That's even
and it's
necklace.
hard for a lot of people to look past that. But Wolverine, him as Wolverine, pulls in the money. If this was Deadpool 3, it wouldn't have done as much
No
money
way.
as it would
No
without
way.
Hugh Jackman.
They were smart to call it that.
yeah,
name.
to make sure that everyone knew Hugh Jackman's in it. He's playing Wolverine.
His tops off.
Fucking come see it, and everyone did.
That was a good tops off scene.
Best.
Okay.
But we're going to spoil it too
funny,
much because we will be
yeah,
reviewing
we'll
it.
be reviewing it. It'll be
We'll
the
be
last
reviewing
film
it.
in the X-Men. Well, I don't know. By the time we get round to it,
Might be
the
another.
MCU might have done another one.
Yeah, might be enough. You liked it then, mate?
Yeah, I just thought it was a really good job, and I think
Did-
it's
did you
possibly
s-
the best one out of the three. if
Did
I'm
you stay
honest.
for the end credits?
Yes, I did. Yeah. It just even,
Nice, yeah.
even the makings of
Yeah.
were really cool.
that-
The last bit was great.
Oh yeah, I love that whole thing where like showed like all the making of from like the 2000s films. It's like a proper nostalgia run.
Me and Stig said that film is not it's not bringing new things to the MCU. It's saying bye-bye to Fox.
To be fair,
It's got referenced a lot.
I don't really think it's a Deadpool film. I still think it's a Wolverine
It isn't
film.
a Deadpool
Yeah.
film. It isn't.
Oh, I think Gadget meant. Did you watch the joke at the end? Right at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
The
That's a
explanation was-
great payoff.
where-
like to sit and wait for.
Where like apparently he sat and learned that verbatim without a script in front of him.
Yeah.
Because he never gets to act like that.
Yeah.
I'm being cagey
Oh,
on it
okay.
because I don't want to.
That is a big spoiler.
That is a big spoiler, and there will be some people who haven't seen it. But he doesn't get to. He never gets to act like that, and he says, "I wanted to learn every single word of that off heart
Nailed, absolutely
nailed the
nailed
performance.
it, yeah.
because I'm always cast as like the goody hero kind of.
And it makes his performance earlier in the movie even funnier.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a brilliant payoff.
The only thing that actually annoyed me just a little bit, and this is just
Here we go.
my X-Men lore thing, is that Cassandra Nova's not actually like that in the comics.
no.
It's a little
Very different player.
goblin woman.
Very different player.
They're all.
The character and personality is very
They
different.
made it Princess Diana from the crown instead. I'm not joking,
I know.
listeners.
But
Oh,
I, like,
she's good. In Sharks, I didn't realize she was an Aussie.
No, you can't
I
tell.
liked her in the film. I thought she's good at what she did.
But it's not.
Yeah.
Cassandra Nova, no. It's not.
The fingers through the fucking face thing was weird.
Ugh.
But I still
That's
think,
my kink.
There's still something missing about a big fucking villain in these
Yeah.
things. Cassandra Nova's fine, but still not.
Because they got rid of Ultron too early.
This is one of the problems the MCU has, is that unless it's building up to
A Thanos.
like an Avengers
Yes.
level villain like a Thanos, or what we had originally kind of with Loki, because he'd been in a few.
Yeah, Loki
films
was building up. Yeah.
to Loki. Everything, like even Ultron was just used a one and done.
Ultron was ruined. With
Yeah,
Fucking
and like
destroyed, broke my heart.
every film is
Rules,
just
you can do this. You can get through this conversation.
yeah. Every film is here's the villain, and here's the good guy, and the villain loses. I kind of would like to see them in the MCU specifically, like have a Doctor Strange film, and Doctor Strange lose, and the villain win that film, and that lead into like the big Avengers team up.
There
Then
does
they
need to
get
be a lost moment.
Yeah,
doesn't
they
there?
get to like
I'm going to email Feige right now.
say Doctor Strange or Spider-Man 4 or something like that, and at the end of it, it's like fuck, we're like
Where do we go?
where do we go? Because we're losing here, but it doesn't.
Me and Biggie know that. We read comics and the heroes lose a lot.
Yeah, they need to lose a few bit more,
A lot.
and they keep wasting some fucking brilliant villains.
I wonder if the Fantastic Four film is going to have that element of Lost to Galactus, kind of.
Potentially, yeah.
I think because that's set in an alternative universe, but somehow they have to get him into the MCU. Is they will lose to Galactus, but they
have to
escape
banish
they escape from him into this universe.
Yeah, I can see that.
But
They escape into this universe just as Galactus is appearing.
yeah, and they're kind of like
Second chance.
something's coming here. We need to brace for it, and eventually they'll bring a Galactus
Mr.
into it.
Fantastic Black. What's the internet?
The only other thing I wanted to bring up as well, because I think most of you have got pets.
Yes.
I don't know how you feel about dogs licking your face
Dog pull.
with your mouth.
Yeah. That was a
It's
full on
kinda-
snog as well, wasn't it?
Ryan Reynolds let that happen, which is
Yeah.
funny
Oh
for
no!
the joke.
There's a great interview where he explains what happened with that scene.
Is that CGI?
No, it's not CGI.
No.
They were. He said he was in the full makeup and all that.
Yeah.
They started filming at 7 a.m. on a really cold hill in Canada, and the whole thing was the dog had to lick inside his mouth.
He had to put stuff in his mouth, didn't he?
They couldn't get the dog to do it, so he put tuna paste on his teeth,
my goodness.
and that's what got the dog to lick it. But it took them 5 hours to work that out.
Oh.
So it's 5
It's
hours of
peanut
getting the
butter.
dog like
Dogs like peanut butter.
to lick the makeup or lick his face or whatever. But it took them like 5 hours
Because
to get the shot in the fucking winter on a hill in Canada.
It's not the problem that the dog is licking their face, it's because the tongue goes
In
in
the
dogs'
mouth.
parts that
Yeah.
we all know that's what they do.
And that's not a very handsome dog.
It's a great
Yeah,
dog.
but everyone lets their own.
Beautiful. She's how dare you.
Gorgeous.
But of that character,
Everyone lets their own dog lick.
Dog pool is amazing.
the other one,
You are-
the Oda,
Nice pull.
It's like this is my dog,
that was amazing.
and I let them lick me.
Yeah.
That's a strange dog.
Yeah.
Get away from me. Don't touch me. My own dog, fine.
You wouldn't let Dolly lick you? Oh, fair enough.
But I think that dog one.
I don't know why. I don't think it's the
The
same thing
ugliest
though, isn't
dog
it?
of the year.
Stupid, but like it's like
You wouldn't let somebody else's kid lick
like
you,
my
would you?
dog, like Teddy. Knows,
I fucking love nice.
if I
That's
what
say
got
to
me into
Teddy, kiss, he comes and he licks your nose.
Aw.
Like it's kind of ingrained in him now because he used to always lick your nose and go, oh, he's kiss. And like if you just go to him and say kiss, he'll purposely come and give you a lick on the nose.
He's a nose goblin.
But it's still weird because I know where that nose is. That
Oh.
nose been. But like, I wouldn't let another person's dog come and lick my nose. It's like I don't. It's weird.
See.
This is my dog, and I love this dog, and I'll let him lick my nose.
dog,
that
Ralph.
dog, no.
My dog Ralph will lick my wife's face, even though she doesn't obviously like it. My daughter, because she giggles, but he will not lick my face. I have a strange relationship. He loves me. I'm his favourite, but he will not.
He's
Lick
got a beard.
I don't know.
Dolly
It's
is half staffy, so if she can get to your face, she'll get to your face.
My dog's a chihuahua, it won't go near me.
No, that's because your dog's a fucking ratchet little cunt.
Yeah, that's true. Excellent, Biggie. Candy, what you been up to, sweet
I
cheeks?
have done bloody loads actually. I only do a couple. Hang on, let me just
Save
decide.
it, man. Save
Let me
it.
decide what I'm going to do. Right.
She's got a list. She's got Google Notes up.
Yeah. Okay, right. So the first one. Right, I found a game. I found a scary game
Computer game.
that may be too much for me, scary wise. So, you know, the other day I played Everyone's Gone to the Rapture.
Yeah.
So I fell down a Chinese room hole. So what else have they
They're
made?
good lads,
Because it's-
them.
Yeah. Still wakes it deep. I'm like, oh,
A bit too much for you?
I've wanted to play that for a while.
The Lovecraftian one, isn't it?
That's the very fellow. So it's based on. So you're in an offshore oil rig in Scotland in
You
the
are.
70s, which is scary enough.
Being Scottish.
Dialogue's good though, isn't it?
You're
Dialogue-
banjacked.
The dialogue is great and it feels so homely. But you play a guy that works on the oil rig. He's just been fired. Just as you're being fired, shit kicks off. And naturally, and it becomes a Lovecraftian horror. No one warned me about the horror bit. I thought this
How
is
did
just
you
gonna...
not know it was a horror?
Well, I just thought this is going to be a tense little romp. Like, Everyone's Gone to the Rapture is not a scary game.
But it's not intended to be a scary game.
No, What Remains of Edith Finch is not a scary game. Expecting a suspenseful little romp. No. Lovecraftian horror that you have to sneak past things. And I've got to the bit that you said about 40 minutes in. And that's taken me about 3 hours. Firstly, because I'm just intrigued by what an oil rig in the 70s would have looked like. I'm intrigued about what an oil rig in the 2020s looks like. I've just got no idea.
The tags on Steam for Still Wakes the Deep: psychological horror, story-rich, horror, action.
Well, I didn't know you were supposed to read that.
But when that game was coming out, everyone was implying it was like, oh, it's like The Thing. And I was like, oh, I was well excited. And then I heard people going, it's not that scary.
No, it's not quite like The Thing. It's a bit more like Soma, where you are defenseless.
Yeah.
You go into an area, there is something you have to get around, and there is a way to get around it. And then you go on. And then you get the next thing to get past.
It was a bit like Alien Isolation as well, in a way.
A little bit. It's not as...
not
but
as terrible.
whereas
That's a hide and seek game.
Not
Not
as
Yeah,
bad
but
as
it's
that.
still
Not
hiding.
at all.
It's still
yeah, but
avoiding.
Alien Isolation has an element of like kind of a tactic to it. You can manipulate the alien. It's sort of like with
Do you know the
Soma
cheat
and with-
code for that game is turn it off?
with Soma and Still Wakes the Deep. It's more observing what
Soma's
the thing is doing.
exceptional.
Oh, okay.
But like you've gotten further than I have.
I'm not sure that I do. So I've met the first kind of the
In the
first
pump room.
eldritch horror.
In the pump room.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I got to.
Yeah.
And I didn't
and
like it.
that's
finished
where I was at.
Badass.
I know, I'm a badass. I finished it.
You are a badass.
But it's not a big game, right? It's not long.
Nah, it's
like 6 hours, I think.
Good.
Yeah.
Walking
So-
simulators shouldn't be long.
So when I played it, I was already freaking. There's a sequence after shit kicks off, and you get a bit of
Is
dialogue.
that what the level's
stuff.
called?
No.
Shit kicks off.
But when shit kicks off,
Great
and-
title.
And after there's a bit of dialogue thing, and you have to get to the engineering area, which is where the pump room is. And you have, and like I said, I'm afraid of heights, and you have to go under the oil rig
Oh god, yeah.
on the
Oh,
gantries,
fuck that.
like and about like 100 foot above the water.
No.
And because it's in Unreal 5, the water's like
can't play it.
boiling
Oh, wow.
properly, and like gantries are falling
Oh,
down
play
around
this.
you, and it's just, and I'm like, no.
I can't play that.
And then I got past that, and then you get into the pump room thing, and where there's some eldritch horror chasing you, and I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm going. Delete.
That's what I mean. Like the oil rig by itself is scary enough before the eldritch
I
horrors.
didn't find it very scary.
Oh, man.
I don't know if it's because I just went into it thinking it wasn't going to be as scary.
He's not a pussy. That's different.
I think,
It was a spookers.
because I'm like you, I don't like huge open
Baller.
spaces. I don't like the ocean particularly. I don't like eldritch horrors.
Yeah, rules. You can't play this game.
No, I can't.
No, I think it tickles our similar phobias.
Yeah.
But I think, well, I don't know if I'm going to finish it.
I still really want to reinstall and play Alien Isolation and play. I want to kind of scare myself a little bit.
I need to go back to it.
I just think that the problem I had with Still Wakes the Deep was after you've done that first section, it doesn't change.
Ah,
Same
is that
thing
what the
throughout
problem
the
is?
whole
Yeah.
game. Like it's like okay, now I'm on to the next bit, which is just another similar. It's the same looking monster, the same kind of
Right.
thing screaming at you, going, "Ah, you come here, you fucker!" The best thing about that game is the script and the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's genuinely, it's like the horror for me took a complete like backstage. Like I didn't care. It's like I'll get through this section. It's fine. I want to know what's happening with the lead and what's happening with the other guys on the oil rig. That was more
You
intriguing
need
to
to man
me.
up, can't you, really?
That
Maybe
was
I
more
do.
intriguing to me than the actual horror.
It's the bit where the guy, and this is not really a spoiler because it happens within the first hour, but when the diving bell comes up and you just hear like just these horrible guttural screams coming from within this diving bell.
Ooh.
Oh, it just
Yeah.
ugh.
Cool.
Very scary but very cool.
What else you done?
The second scary thing I've done is
Fucking Halloween, is it?
Come here.
come here, yeah. After having watched Twisters last night, I thought, well, this is going to be appropriate for the current weather situation in the States. It's fucking awesome.
Twisters.
Good, isn't it?
Oh, it's so It's such a
Everyone says it's good. That's seen it.
Yeah, it takes no brain. It doesn't.
Perfect for you.
Exactly. There's not a whole lot of story.
Lads. We've got it, boys. We've got it.
But it's like a classic Hollywood. Like it could have come out in like the 90s when the original Twister
That's
came
what
out.
Stig said, didn't you? It's like
Yeah,
it made
it
you
is.
feel like you are
We
a kid again.
We watched Twisters the night before. We watched Twister the night before we watched Twisters, and it's just more of the same, but really good.
Yeah.
It's fun.
But then, like some of the visual effects and everything,
Yeah,
like my
yeah.
heart was beating, like really.
There's some real moments of peril in it, and they're like where
So-
you generally think, oh shit, are they actually?
What's the
gonna
third
survive
one
or
called?
not?
Twisters.
Twizzlers, yeah. And-
Twizzlers.
Yeah, turkey Twizzlers.
I think the next one's just called Milton.
Fucking hell.
But no, it's great. It's tornado. It's fun. It's like tornado chasing to the sound of American country
Glenn
music.
Powell.
Glenn Powell, who is fantastic in it.
He's got rather tight jeans on in the
He
film.
does, in a rather tight t-shirt as well.
got
which
Levi's
gets-
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You get a bit wet.
He does get a bit wet.
Puts
He
501s
calls
on.
himself a tornado wrangler.
Oh, Wrangler.
Yes, so that it's bloody lovely.
What
But
a
yeah,
guy.
that aside,
It's not looking canny. You're going a bit red there.
I know that's the drink.
Do you want a donut?
But no, it's a really fun romp, and just don't expect too much out of it. It's not going to win any kind of like. Well, I mean, it might win awards for.
it's not Lawrence of Arabia,
visual
is it?
effects.
Yeah,
So-
exactly, visual effects and that kind of thing. But it's just a surface level fun.
It's not
thing.
The Godfather Part 2.
No.
It's Twisters.
Not the Godfathers.
No, exactly.
But yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, there is one scene in particular where one of the main characters in peril, and this huge like water tank starts coming down, and I was on the edge of my seat. Like Top Gun 2 as well did that really well. It's like you really don't know what's going to happen, whether they actually will kill off this main character. And the finale scene as well, that's kind of based in this village, and I won't go into that because it will ruin it, but it feels like you're in there with them, and it feels like, any kind of breeze, like, oh god, the twist is coming.
The Twisters coming NEM.
Yeah. And that's the one link, actually, to the original Twister film, is that they
What, The
still...
Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, because do you remember the thing that they were trying to develop, Dorothy?
Yes.
That would send the
Yeah, the
little
balls.
mini, mini computer. So they were still using Dorothy to try and track this information. Basically, the main character, this young girl who's been obsessed with weather the entire time, who's got this kind of yeah, she's almost a bit psychic in terms of
Sixth sense of the weather.
Yeah.
Is that the twist? Is it a Shyamalan
Just
film?
like the grandma. Oh, me knee. Oh, it's
Oh,
gonna
I'm
be-
gonna draft.
Like Sixth Sense, where like she looks at she looks at like the way that the leaves or the crops are moving. She's kind of like sticks a finger in there. So no, it's moving. From
She's
that.
staring at the trees,
Yeah.
trying to work out why they're
Yeah.
killing people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I thought? I generally thought that
It's the wind.
when I was watching it, that her mum was going to turn out to be Helen Hunt's character.
I wondered that as well. Yeah, I wondered that.
When they're like, we're going to go see my mum, and I was like, oh, here we go. This is the link.
Yeah.
It's like Helen
But no.
Hunt's like, no, it won't.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
There's
can
no
watch
link to
watch
the
a
first
Twister
one.
film where Bill Paxton, though. He was so good in the first one.
He will. I think you'll. I
He's
think
in it,
you'll
just
like
pretend
that
he's
way.
blown away and twisted.
He's in heaven waving.
He's causing it. I'm annoyed.
He's up there with a crocodile.
Nah, Glenn Powell does a good job of like stepping in those shoes, doesn't he? Like,
Yeah.
Those jeans.
yeah, those jeans.
Awesome.
Those tight jeans.
Twisters indeed. Gadget, I think you're last up.
I am.
That's still last, some say.
Yeah, some say that.
Some say.
So a few things. I've been playing more of Nine Souls for my next YouTube video.
Yeah.
It's fucking brilliant. It's really, really good.
Awesome.
You should all play it.
I'm
Especially if
going
you
to
like
when it's on Game Pass.
Metroidvanias or if you like Sekiro. Oh, it's good. It's one of those games where I'm getting stuck on bosses in the best way possible because I'm dying because I'm making mistakes because I'm not learning properly from them.
I say that to everyone. They really get good.
Yeah, but that's the thing. To get past the bosses, you have to get good.
Yeah.
And when I do get past the bosses, it's a proper like punch the air, fuck yeah kind of moment.
It's one of those things. I have the moments when I play Souls games and I'm like, I want to shout, Maddie, come on! I beat the boss. She's like, shut up, you fucking nerd.
Oh yeah. I'll beat a major boss in
You're like, Pip, look, come look.
I'll beat a major boss in Nice Souls, and like I want to look around and go,
No one gives a
applaud
fuck.
me.
When
I was
I,
like that beating a berserker the other day in God of War.
when I platinum Elden Ring, I'm like, look what I've just done. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what Elden Ring is. I'm like, get out of my house.
But I've started 2 books this week because I'm in a book mood.
Book.
A book.
He'll punch you.
Yeah, I will punch him. He's within punching distance.
Book.
I've got empty bottles next to us. I can throw them at him.
They're heavy bottles.
2-1. So the one I've read the least of, I got randomly. I forgot that I pre-ordered this.
The Bible.
No. Well, the Bible, if you camp as fuck, Luda by Grant Morrison.
Yeah, boy. I've got that as well. I ain't ready yet.
You read it. You reviewed it.
Luda.
Yeah.
Oh, did I?
You did.
Let me check on my Kindle app.
You got it on Kindle. You read it and you reviewed it on the podcast about 6 months ago.
99%. Read it, loved it.
Fucking dick.
Loved it. Fuck me. Fuck me. Guys, I've got E. coli.
I pre-ordered it because of your review.
Yes, I have read it.
So it came out on paperback this
I think we
week.
talked about it the other day as well.
Yeah.
Welcome to modern amnesia.
It arrived. I'm
Mate.
only like 50 pages into it.
I've got bad memory.
But so far, it's fucking brilliant. So
Good job I've got a Kindle app in it to let me know what I have fucking read or not.
I've got that, but I've read it. I bought it because of you.
Fuck, and I bet I were glowing about it as well. 'Cause
You were.
I remember loving it.
So
Do you?
No! I just love Grant Morrison so much. I've got problems.
Didn't
I
even
need to
read
go-
it, did he? Just skipped to 99% and went, yeah, I like Grant Morrison.
Read last page first. Read last page first.
Do I like the Tories?
I can't remember who I voted for.
So Luda is about an aging drag queen.
Read it.
Yes. Who is starring in a very conceptual pantomime
Yes.
called Pantomime of the Opera. Where, which starts off as a traditional pantomime, but as the play goes on, the characters, quote unquote, get killed off to the point where people have to take over other people's roles. And by the end of the pantomime, it is one person playing the entire cast.
Yeah.
And it is supposed to be this conceptual marvel that has like won Tony Awards over the years. But
Think the guy from Space, what's his name from Little Britain?
Oh, Volva.
Volva.
so the main character, you don't find out the main character's name, but you only know them as the drag queen persona, Lucy LeBang. And it's written in the first person, and up to the point that I've read is that she is basically describing herself.
Yeah.
And explaining in the most colourful and verbose language what a fucking rock star she is.
I don't know if any of you guys have read Grant Morrison much. You
Only
might
comics.
have.
Only
You will have
comics.
with comics, but he hasn't done many books.
No,
they haven't done many books. I do
This is their
apologise.
first novel.
It is. When they do write, they've been criticised before, especially in DC, because they're too. They explain a lot.
Yeah.
Tolkien style.
So like because they're written in the first person, it's written almost like someone is in the room with Lucy,
Yeah.
and Lucy is explaining to them what's going on while she's doing her makeup.
Nice.
Sounds a bit like Interview with the Vampire. In a way.
It's got an element of that.
Yeah.
So like
There's
so
some Anne Rice to it.
so it's describing like Lucy's explaining what she does, and like the person behind the makeup existed without Lucy for
I've just
about
remembered
six-
ending. I've just
six-
remembered ending now, and I'm like, I can't wait. I'm not going to say it.
for about existed without Lucy for about 6 or 7 years and went into a deep depression because they reached
Yeah.
they were like it's like 38 years old and decided like I'm too old to do drag anymore,
Yeah.
and then they got pulled back into being Lucy to be in this pantomime, and so it explains like putting the foundation on, like filling in the cracks of a canyon,
Yeah.
like talking about the wrinkles in their face and all that, and it's like it's got a really wonderful way of describing how makeup is put on.
Yeah.
But-
Paint.
yeah, and then there is this duality between the man behind the makeup and Lucy, and like it's almost like a dialogue between the two parts of the self. It's so
Did
fucking
you get it
interesting.
physical then? Did it come physical?
Yeah, I've got an actual paperback of it. But then the whole thing becomes kind of a murder mystery, and then Lucy is kind of obsessed with, the whole thing with Parlin. So Lucy is playing the widow Twanky in the pantomime, and then you have the principal boy, which is a female actress playing a boy,
As they do.
which is the tradition.
Yep.
And Lucy becomes obsessed with them, but then there is an actual murder involved, and Lucy thinks it could be the principal boy who's done it, but could it be? And like I said, I'm about 50, 60 pages into it.
The endings come to me.
It's genuinely one of the finest written books I've ever read.
Morisson knows how to write, but the endings come. I can't even tell you what, because the ending reminded me of a different ending to a different book. But if I told you that, you'd know what the ending is. It's
I don't
literally
really know.
Yeah, it's literally
Because
that.
I'm so curious about where this is going.
Oh, get ready.
But
I'm glad you're
it's-
enjoying it.
just even from the kind of first chunk that I've read, it's such a wonderful representation of queer lifestyle.
Yeah.
And such a verbose and poetic way of describing like the element of a man putting on a dress or stepping into high heels or putting makeup on.
Oh, it sounds so woke.
Oh, it's woke as fuck.
Yeah, Grant Morrison's non-binary, mate.
It's so woke the Daily Mail are having conniptions about it. But it's wonderful.
Someone review bombed. Well, not someone. Many review bombed it, saying this is not like when they did Batman. Like, yeah. This is not like when they did Batman.
hell.
It's absolutely not like when they did Batman. But Grant Morrison also has many times described Batman putting his suit on, for instance, and Batman suiting up to
the
be
same way.
Yeah. It's kind of their style.
I mean, I freely admit that I don't read books, but I would certainly.
You'll have read a Morrison book.
But I was really
I
intrigued.
would pick up the audiobook actually. I think the audiobook would be
Yeah, I might
interesting.
do. But it's
The
the movie that Stig was talking about the other week. Or was it you? The Will Ferrell movie with
Yeah.
Will
Will and Harper.
Harper. Yeah, I really want to watch that because it's
Fuck
like
me,
a
that.
really interesting movie. Who was it? You?
Yeah. That made me
There
cry.
was, there
But I
was,
might listen to the book. It
there was
sounds really
one-
interesting.
there was one thing about the book that's pissing me off though. The city where this play is taking place is not a real city.
No.
It's Gasglow.
Yeah.
It's not Glasgow. It's Gasglow. But you know that whole thing when you read a word, you tend
You
to
wanna
read
say it.
You read the first and the last letter, and your brain fills in the rest. Keep saying Glasgow in my head,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's Gasglow.
I mean, Grant Morrison's from Glasgow anyway.
Well, yeah, and
famously.
I know. I don't know why I just didn't fucking call it Glasgow.
These are
Okay.
reasons.
Anyway, the next book I've started, and I'm about a quarter of the way through this one, so again, I'm not very far through it, but this one I've done an audiobook,
Oh.
is The Mercy of Gods by James S.A. Corey. So this is James S.A. Corey's new series after The Expanse.
I've started watching The Expanse again. Sorry.
Noodles, you're too excited!
It's such a good show. It's such a good show.
I've got up to season 4 and I never finished.
It's such a good show.
So, The Expanse books finished about 2 years ago.
Yes, it did. Sorry, I got really excited. Because I had a memory. And when I've got memory, I get excited about it. I have got Alzheimer's. I'm telling you right now.
So the dual writing partnership that goes under the name of James S.A. Corey have started a new trilogy called the Captives War Trilogy.
Oh, it's space again.
It's in space.
Nice.
The first book is called The Mercy of the Gods. Oodles, you're gonna fucking love this. So, from the Wikipedia, this novel is set in a distant future where humanity has been conquered by an alien race called the Carricks.
Oh,
with two
it's
R's.
so woke.
The story follows good Welsh boy Dafydd Alcoa,
Yeah.
a human research assistant, as he and his fellow captives struggle to survive under alien rule while maintaining their humanity.
Bang into the. I mean, I've watched The Expanse, as you all know, excitedly.
Several
But
times.
I've only read Leviathan Wakes, and it's a deep book, that.
It's a deep book.
And I find the writing style a bit.
Well,
So I might have to listen to it.
you'll have to listen to this. Well, I'm listening to it because I found the writing style of James S. A. Corey a bit difficult to actually read.
Yeah, thank
But
you.
listening is fine. I'm
Yes.
fine being told this.
Yes, thank you.
You will enjoy the Zoodles because there is a lot of science behind it.
Yeah, I do like. I like science.
Yeah, and so unlike the Expanse books, which were based around space truckers who
Yeah.
happened to find themselves a warship.
me.
Yeah,
I've got a question.
yeah.
If the book's that difficult to read, why is it easier as
Because
an audio?
they can read it better than we can.
It's more that.
You get the human nature out of it when it's
So
read.
the reason why I would probably find this one difficult to read, not hard to read, but like it's like not the easiest to read.
Wordy.
It's very wordy, but it's because the main characters are scientists and they talk in very scientific terms,
Yeah.
which I find easier to be told to me than to read
Yeah,
it.
they don't butter it down. Leviathan Wakes is
No.
similar. They don't butter it down at
And
all.
like the first few chapters, Oodles, you'll fucking get a hard on from this one.
Go on now.
The first few chapters are really talky because it's the scientists all dealing with the internal politics of being scientists.
Bear in mind, I read the Solarian Mass Effect book.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
yeah, you're around
any
that
good?
area.
Yeah. Oh, really good. Really good. Mass Effect books are good, aren't they, Gadget?
They are.
They're good books.
There's
check
one
out
of them
the
that's a bit
audio.
shit, which I can't
Krogan
remember which
one.
one. The Krogan one.
The
That's
Jennifer H one's terrible.
Sorry, they get wiped out anyway.
Spoiler alert.
But yeah, I think you'll really enjoy the Oodles. It's like it's James S. A. Corey's writing style.
Yeah.
It's very detailed. It's very in itself, but there is a slight fantastical element because there's this concept called of the swarm,
Okay.
which is a kind of self-aware collective of creatures.
Like the Borg.
A little bit, and like you'll get characters who are talking to each other, and then it'll cut to like a paragraph of the swarm observing it.
Ooh.
And I'm not sure where it's going with that. I assume that's what the invasion becomes.
Yeah.
But
They're going to run out of ways to describe these sort of things, like the swarm, the flood, and the slushy at some point.
The slushy. Favourite one.
what I like about this, the way the swarm is written, is it's very. They've written it as a hive mind, so it's like
Hi, there's no.
yeah, it's like the swarm becomes aware of this person on the other side of the wall talking in this way or the other, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Candy, the microphone picks that up.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, everyone. Candy's playing with her boom stand, not realizing that the microphone picks up all the vibrations from it because she's bored of me talking about a really wordy science fiction novel.
I'm listening.
Oodles, you'll
Pay
fucking-
attention, yo.
Sorry.
Ginger.
I'm here.
Oodles, you specifically, but I think you, Biggie, as well. You'll fucking love this book.
I'm down.
I like the sound of it.
I'm down.
Like I said, I'm about a quarter of the way through it. I'm not entirely sure exactly where it's going.
Do I need to continue with the Expanse series? Because I've heard it's impenetrable at places.
So I've watched the first 5 seasons of the show.
I've seen all the show.
Is it still going?
There's 6 seasons.
6 seasons.
Oh, wow.
Finished.
But I fell off it because after the 4th
The
season,
Mass Effect season.
Where I got to.
after the 4th season, they divert massively from the books.
Yeah.
But I've read all the 8 books.
The season I remember is when they're on the land based and they're in camps or something on the.
Yeah, that's kind of where it starts diverting.
Outer stellar space. They go to a different universe, don't they?
that's
Yeah.
where I got to.
Spoiler alert.
The books, the 8 books are great.
Yeah.
And
The
lead to a
political books, aren't they?
Yeah, lead to a satisfying ending. The TV series, I don't think goes in the same direction.
Right.
It's so weird, that TV show, because I didn't like the main character at all at first.
Holden shit.
He doesn't like
But
Holden
I
at all.
got into it in the end with him.
No, but
I actually got
in,
him.
in the books, Holden is great.
Different character in it.
But in the TV series, he's too fucking young.
He's a baby.
He's a baby. He's got great abs. Don't get me wrong.
He
Like
looks
all those
good.
shirtless scenes, he's fantastic.
But I just really
and there's a lot
I
of
liked
them.
his character. in the end.
There's
I
far
got
too
him.
many of them.
There's a lot of shit.
They've got Amos, right?
Yeah.
And
Bobby.
and Bobby.
Yeah.
Then they had to get rid of the fucking pilot because the actor turned out to be a fucking
Yeah, he
Roman.
was sex pest.
Oh, he's not, is he?
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
That's why he disappears in season 5.
Randomly.
They basically sack the actor.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Alex, you were called, weren't you?
Alex, that's it. Yeah, they randomly kill him off. It's unfortunate. Anyway, read Luda, read Mercy of the Gods. They're both great books.
I've read one of them, I remember.
Do you?
Kind of. Loved it. Excellent. Is that everyone got any feedback?
We do. We have plenty of feedback because people have kicked off with the fact that we're in person.
Because they're not here.
Jealous.
Dean, otherwise known as the F-King guy,
Yeah, man.
the best bald man in London.
Yeah, because you two aren't there.
Yeah. Hello, you lot. This week's highlight was seeing Tom McRae play a solo acoustic show in London.
Colin's brother. You put Colin McRae to bed after over a week when you mentioned him. I haven't thought about Colin McRae in years. And now I'm on Google typing Colin McRae and I'm not supposed to be doing that.
Great game.
Anywho.
Oh, no. I am just checking his Wikipedia just in case he is actually Colin McRae.
Yeah, we're laughing like, yeah, it's his twin brother.
No, he's not. Right, okay. If you're unaware of his work, you're probably in the majority. In 2001/2002, he was critically acclaimed and all over the awards with his first 2 albums, but never hit big with the public. He'd have probably been massive if he came around 5 years ago with that sad, melancholic pop sound that became the thing everybody wanted. But the 2000s were all Franz Ferdinand, the Arctic Monkeys, and other fuzzy-sounding bands now playing their local one-hit fairs and village, their one-hit at village fairs and local fetes these days.
Yeah.
Since then, he's seemingly been actively avoiding the spotlight and playing to loyal crowds that he himself admits probably knows he probably knows everyone's name of.
Yep.
This show was in a cavernous church that was 3/4 full, giving the stripped-back setup an even eerier vibe. With songs about the end of the world and lost loves, it's sad middle-aged white boy music, echoing off the walls. Even at some point literally stepping out to the spotlight and standing in the shadows upstage, unplugging any amplification to his guitar and for one show roaming the venue. It felt kind of strange that the show had so few newcomers, a show of hands towards the end revealing that he had 6 new people attending the show.
Huh.
But he had apparently
Imagine doing that in a massive stadium.
Hi, guys!
But he had apparently said no to any promotion, no marketing from his management or the venue, and nothing in the press. If you didn't follow his social media or know someone who did, you'd never know he was playing. I only found out from another fan on Threads I added by chance as social media is a fucking mess.
Yep.
It is.
Genuinely seems like he's happy just making music and connecting with people over being popular. I mean, he's had his songs featured in Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Hollyoaks. How much more famous do you need to be? 10 out of 10 would drag my partner to see him next time he makes the rounds. Question. Is there a musical artist you've loved for years that has seemingly missed the boat popularity-wise?
Fucking hell.
I mean, almost everything I listen to, it's like, it's all really fucking niche shit.
Slaughter to Prevail.
No,
They're playing Vakin. I think they're popular.
they're on the rise there.
Big ting. Yeah, I don't know. I listen to mainly exclusively metalcore, so...
I mean, I think for me, there's Thumpasaurus. I see they're a band I found through TikTok. But they should be bigger than they are. They're the ones that you'll know them because they did the "Here's Master Do strutting all over to you" that song. And it did the round on TikTok for a little while, but like their album's really fucking good.
Yeah, and you think, come on, lads.
But they play it like even in America where they have like a following, they play tiny shows.
Some do though. They just never get there, like he says. Yeah.
I think Ben Howard, I like him a lot, and some people know his songs that were hits, but a lot of people don't seem to.
Never heard of him.
But there you go.
Oh, Benjamin Howard.
I think mine would be City and Colour.
Yeah, you talk about them a lot, don't you?
Dallas Green from Alexis on Fire. He's the guitarist and kind of backing vocals for Alexis on Fire. He's got 6 albums out, I think, like solo stuff.
Crikey.
And he's an incredible singer, incredible musician, like plays multiple instruments.
They just don't catch on.
Just absolutely beautiful singer. He's so good. But you hear some modern pop songs and musicians, you're just like, this is big, but he's not. And
yeah, how have you done this? But they haven't.
like, genuinely, and he's such a good fucking singer. It's ridiculous.
I'd probably argue Sea Power goes into that as well. Like they're a band that deserve to be so much bigger than they are.
Yeah.
Even though they're a bit weird and experimental, but I could see them on tour with Elbow. That's that kind of thing.
Yeah, there's still a band name that you recognise that they don't like. Portishead, you know the name, but you don't necessarily know what they sound like.
Portishead have never released a song; they're just a vibe.
Exactly. Like it's like the first time you hear Portishead, you're like, what does it sound like? But I don't know, I'm struggling with this one because all of the bands that I've liked when
This is one that you can't put Ghost into.
No, exactly. Although I will use them as an example.
Ghost should
One
be
of
bigger.
many.
Ghost should be bigger.
Well, lots of the bands that I like when they're small and don't know they're going to explode tend to then explode.
Are you a hit maker?
Oh, maybe I am. Yeah, you heard it here first.
Or a
folks.
terrorist if they're exploding.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, Sleep Token. I didn't think they go particularly far.
But everyone
They're
started
fucking
fancying
massive.
him.
Yeah, because he is hot though.
you don't know what he looks like.
She
Don't
does.
need to.
She does. I've shown her.
He's a mask and blacked out arms.
That's all you need.
He's not that great under the mask.
No, he's
I
not.
know.
He's not.
I mean, what's his name from Ghost Tobias? He's an ugly fucker as well.
Oh, he is. Be so cute.
I don't think P. Diddy gets a recognition.
Wow.
Christ.
Wow. Stop trying to
Biggie.
make Diddy happen.
Biggie, you're just a bad boy for life, aren't you?
That's what he is.
I'll tell you what, his message made me think of something that Grey's Anatomy. There's a great episode.
Oh, no.
Listen,
Next.
you'll like this. There's a great episode where
P. Diddy turns up.
the Chief
Shoots an
Weber
hospital.
is in the middle of a very serious operation and he's got his students and everyone else in there. And he looks up and they're all on their phones. He goes, "What are you doing? I'm doing a very serious operation here." And they go, "Oh, I'm on Twitter." And it's like the first announcements of people using Twitter, like in the real world. And it's just so funny because they turn this show into how positive Twitter is. This is obviously before how it is now. And everybody's responding with questions about how's the op going? And, oh, we need something, but we don't have it. And someone goes, "Oh, we just had a message. If you go to this hospital down the road, you can get the equipment you need to save this person's life." Well, this is great. Twitter's fantastic. I'm like, not anymore. Because if that episode came out now,
paid
that
for
would
marketing.
be so different. So different.
Shall I move on, Noodles?
Move on.
Okay. Next up, we have Mike Halstead, otherwise known as King Hagrid.
That's him.
He said, almost ready for the wedding, so I've had a bit of time for shenanigans.
Still waiting for invitation, haven't we, lads?
Yeah. Candy's bought a hat and everything.
Yeah.
A fascinator.
Yeah. That's what knickers.
I watch it.
Got very well.
You're like a groomsman, don't you?
I do.
Did you just self-censor yourself there?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, it's got bright red and everything.
I was thinking it's the lesser known Prodigy song, but
Oh, yeah. I know which one you mean.
Twisted
Anyway.
Fascinator.
Twisted Fascinator.
Sorry. Just laughing
Anyway.
at my own joke before I even said it.
Mike Halstead has said, I watched the Vinnie Mac, I assume Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix,
Yeah.
and I agree with the points that were raised. More Baldur's Gate 3, and whilst working, I finished Red Seas Under Red Skies, the second Gentleman Bastards book, and I fucking loved it, Steggy. Fucking loved it.
Good. Everyone, read it. It's great.
Enough waffling on. My next feedback was...
Where's my fourth book? Fucking hell.
Filming.
Enough waffling on... Well, he's still got to read the third book, so at least we can get some feedback on the third book from him.
I've read it twice.
I know!
I can read.
I didn't read it.
My
Listen
next
to it.
feedback will include wedding photos, hopefully.
Ooh, yes.
Enjoy the Podcastle, you magnificent fuckers. We are magnificent
Yeah.
fuckers,
We are.
aren't we?
Pretty
True,
special.
Quite.
Yes, Michael said we need to see the photos, and we will put them on the YouTube version of this show.
I want to see the when you take her up to the hotel.
No, we're not seeing that. They don't tend to photograph that, Oodles.
And then, well.
He will, though.
That's because Oodles' wedding was produced by Ben Dover.
And did it?
It was a freak off of a wedding night.
You kept wanting to cuddle me.
Jeffrey Epstein, I don't remember you being on the list.
You was the maid of honour.
Oh, Big Jeff.
Harvey, welcome.
Fuck's sake.
Rolf, is
These
that you?
are horrible people. Did horrible things.
Oh, Prince Andrew, nice of you.
Michael, you didn't get the invite.
Bomb.
Oh, we shouldn't let Biggie at the house, should we?
No.
He's fucking
No.
terrible. Anyway, Xenos has said, hope you're all...
Sorry.
You fucking pilloried Stig before for his can of Guinness.
You mean spilt is?
Oh, I was before when I opened it, I was trying to do it slightly, not just be like,
More grog for the boysies.
Oh, wow.
Grog's back on the menu,
there.
boys.
Anyway, Xenos has said, hope you're all enjoying the Podcastle so far. I'm mixed.
It's all right.
It's all right.
I want my money back. I ain't even fucking paid.
I know, tell me about
I
it.
keep bashing my head on the door.
The Hobbit hole.
This week I've been playing more of Echoes of Wisdom. I think I'm ahead of Kurt, so no spoilers on what happened in the process.
Echoes of Wisdom, the Zelda one.
The Zelda one, yeah. I've now cleared the 4th major dungeon, and I guess I'm probably about halfway through the game. The story has opened 3 more dungeons now, and I feel like after that there'll probably be 1 more to round it off. Still really enjoying this, and having gotten this far in, I can definitely recommend the game.
Does it have a desert, wind, water?
It probably does.
Yeah.
Sounds
It's
like
definitely more of a puzzle platformer than a standard Zelda adventure so far, so if that's not your thing, skip it.
Next.
Best boy Kurt Lewin.
Yeah.
This week I put more time into Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Jesus Christ.
Oh my word.
I think I'm ahead of Xenos.
Have you ever seen Xenos and Kurt in the room at the same time?
No.
No, they
Each time I play it, it grows on me. It still has issues with its annoying menus and inventory system, and has so far taken too much talking for what I want in a Zelda game. But the dungeons are really good fun, and so are the puzzles and boss battles. I'm also finding I'm not experiencing as many performance-related issues as I did in Link's Awakening remake.
That's good.
But maybe I've been lucky. I watched 2 films. The first was a new Netflix film called It's What's Inside. It tells the story of a group of friends who meet up for a house party before one of the couples is due to be married. One of the friends brings with them a new game prototype they've been working on, and
Nice.
things get crazy from there. To say any more would be to spoil it. So it's best to go in blind and enjoy it, as it's a really fun watch and a perfect spooky season film that isn't too long and isn't going to traumatize you, though it does have some mind-bending concepts. I assume this is a candy film.
My interest is piqued.
Next up was Inside Out 2. I just want to echo what everyone else said about the film, and that it was really good and the best Pixar film since maybe the first Inside Out.
Cool.
I haven't experienced an anxiety attack before, but I think everyone can relate to some of the other emotions.
I'm having one now.
Some of the other emotions related to growing up and puberty, no matter your current age. And finally, I've also started reading The Hobbit after being encouraged to do so by Oodles before starting the Lord of the Rings books. I've been pleasantly surprised by how much of an easy read it is.
It is.
I mean, it is a children's book.
Hey, it's for 10 to 15-year-olds.
Yeah, fair enough. I know it's classed as a kid's book, but given when it was written, I was still expecting it to be written in a way that may have been a little impenetrable.
It's not, man.
I'm very much enjoying the tale of Bilbo, the dwarves, and it's Gandalf. I know what he's saying.
Has he
but
put Grand Elf?
he spelled it Grand Elf on their adventure.
No! He's done it! No! Not Grand Elf.
I'm fully expecting the Lord of the Rings books to be more adult, but I hope they are still as contemporary in terms of how they're written.
Oh, yeah.
My plan is to finish The Hobbit and then watch the films again. I don't think I've seen the last one. Wait, hang on.
I like the last one.
The Hobbit films or the Lord of the Rings films?
Hobbit films, I think you mean.
Okay.
I like Battle of Five Armies. I went to that for it.
They're okay. Just
And then
Not
move
as
on
good.
to Fellowship of the Ring.
I've got a question then. Did he write The Hobbit as a kid's book?
Yes.
Even though
Yes,
it's related
it was written
to
for his kids.
Oh, so but it's
And then-
in the same world as
Yeah,
Lord of the
and
Rings.
then Lord of the Rings came about 10, 15 years later.
Yeah, he did. He had the whole universe in his head since he was in the trenches in World War
That's
One.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
But he just took ages, and his son forced him.
Yeah.
Right, he said, "If you
But
don't, I'm gonna."
basically, by the time he wrote Fellowship of the Ring, his kids had grown up.
Oh yeah, they helped
So
him.
it's like all the books were written for his kids.
So how different is the writing style of The Hobbit to because obviously Lord of the Rings
it's
is
just
full of filler of
It's less
explanation.
explanatory.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's like it'll say,
There's a dragon on gold, deal with it.
no. It'll be like Bilbo lives in a hobbit, not a mucky hole, not a hobbit hole, not a disgusting hole. Do you know what I mean? But in the Lord of the Rings, like Bilbo is sat on his desk, his wooden chair creaks in the background. He smokes his pipe. It's just a little bit more. It just does that.
There is one full page in Fellowship of the Ring, which is talking about that point where they're going across the Misty Mountains before they decide to go through Moria. one entire page describes how craggy the outcrop is that they're walking across.
There's also a full chapter on how Bilbo doesn't. You know, in the film, there's like no admittance unless it's party business.
Yeah.
There's a chapter on party business.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's yeah.
So
there's a whole. It's a 2 or 3 chapters on Tom Bombadil in Fellowship.
More.
But it's basically so Tom Bombadil in Rings of Power appears and disappears as he needs to, and sings and cryptically moves the story forward.
Yeah.
Are we doing a spoiler cast on that or not?
We will, but in Fellowship, in the book, he is there for a very big chunk of the early part of the book, and completely stops the pacing.
The easiest way to explain it is Tolkien wrote Lord of the Rings as 6 books. The first book is going to Rivendell. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's why it feels like it takes ages to get to Rivendell. That's the first book.
Yeah, so I've read all the main books, but
But when the release of it just says part 1, doesn't it? Not book 1.
Yeah.
because Bombadil's a really interesting character in Rings of Power.
He's offered the ring. He's offered the ring in
But
Lord
in
of
the
the Rings.
books,
isn't he?
He
he's
is,
almost
I don't want that.
impenetrable in the books. And
Yeah, he
He sings.
He's difficult in the books. What they did with him in Rings of Power, without getting into what we'll talk about in the spoiler cast, is I don't want to say they simplified him down because
they did though.
No, I think they made him more palatable.
Yeah.
Because
That's the way to put it.
they stopped him. They took him from being this wall of fucking text for 10
I'll
pages.
tell you who Tom Bombadil is when we do the spoiler.
I found it very homely. Rings of Power.
I enjoyed his yellow boots. Anyway,
Everyone does.
yeah, that's the feedback.
Excellent. As always, links to all our extra on our show notes. I was scatting a little bit then, like I would move. In the show notes and in our Discord and on our Patreon, please consider becoming a patron because it fuels this debauchery.
£5 a month.
£5 a month.
Plus VAT.
Plus VAT. This is usually the end of the show, but I don't know what she's got cooking. It's time for Candyland Live.
And now, what's up in Candyland?
Yeah, as I was driving up today, do you ever find when you're driving...
No, I don't drive.
Well, you don't. Well, you might have experienced this, though. You kind of make friends with people on the motorway. Like, you have your allies, and then you have your enemies, and then the allies all, like, kind of flock together. And I don't know if I'm making this big old story up in my head, but I feel like you've definitely... No. You've got your own teams, don't you? It's like like roller derby.
Well,
like
if you're in the same car or something.
No. With different cars. Like, if there's somebody being an arsehole, like there was somebody, like a white van man, like tailgating me the entire time. So, like, I slowed down and everything just to annoy him. And the guy that was in the middle lane, he came up to me, but then he also slowed down to the same kind of pace, so he wouldn't let him pass. And I kind of did one of those, and he did one of those. So he was on my, so he was on my team, and we were all against.
You did a Dom Toretto to
Yeah,
him.
I did.
Did he go out with a Corona?
Were you talking to him through closed windows?
Yes. But then you get really sad when they go somewhere else. Like,
Did you put Wiz Khalifa on after that?
no, I didn't. I just continued to be annoyed at the white van man. But yeah, then
we
left the
had this
motorway.
when we were driving. There was a point on the A1 where we were in, like, it wasn't like heavy traffic, but everything was kind of tight, and I was in the right hand lane, and there was a guy in a fucking Hyundai SUV behind us, and he's like, it gets to the point he's just fucking flashing his lights at us to move over. I'm like, I've got the fucking room to move over.
Has that ever worked though?
Well,
You went so Geordie then.
so they got to the point where there was room to move over,
Yeah,
and I moved, and he came past us to sit in front of us behind the car that was in front of me,
exactly.
and I pulled behind him. I was like, "Yeah, you got far there, miss."
That's always satisfying, but it's not like a candy rant about like.
I don't think I could be a
drivers and
driver,
stuff.
me, because I don't think I'd be able to concentrate.
I like the joint blockage of people who
Yeah.
try to come in when there's clearly no space. They've been everyone's been queuing. They drive all the way to. They go,
Oh yeah,
and everyone goes, "No, fuck off, mate!" and they just sit there for ages.
Yeah.
Oodles, the ADHD driver. So I experienced this with Pip. I'm fucking terrified when she drives. Not because she's a bad driver, but she just does some things that are very ADHD-ish. For instance, she was driving us the other day, And as she's driving, she goes, "Oh, that's a purple car." And it went like that. I was like, "What's the road?" Because she nearly fucking slammed into the car in front of us. But like, so in our car, you know, I don't have like a infotainment. I don't have any infotainment screen. It's just we have a phone in a holder. Yeah. If she wants to change a song on a sat nav, she never uses the controls on the on the steering wheel. She'll like look over at her phone, like swipe on Spotify. But because she looks over at it, her hand goes like that.
Oh no!
She goes to the left. And there are so many times we're driving that like she goes to change the song, and I just have to reach up and push the steering wheel back to the.
I'd have worse problems. I'd get pulled over. And go, have you got a driving license? I can't remember. I don't know. Maybe. No.
You get pulled over and you get a driving license. I don't know, Officer Sexy.
Yeah. you look handsome in that stab vest.
I'd like to stab you.
I wouldn't remember, but I don't know. I can't remember. I don't even know who I am, where I am, what day it is.
I mean, the fact is, I reviewed Luda this week. You forgot you fucking read it, you twat.
I'm getting really bad for this. But yeah.
So Candy,
Candy's road friends.
Yeah.
As a solo woman driving the car, do you have the same issue that Pip has? When she's driving, she usually finds that there are many people who try to like cut her off or drive like right up to the back of her. As soon as they realise there is a woman driving, like people tend to like be dicks about her on the road.
I don't know, because it's normally only ever me in the car. I don't have that many gentlemen
Driving's
lovers.
gone woke.
No. But I mean, like other drivers on the road, like drive poorly around her.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. I don't have anything.
Is Pip just lying to me about the fact that she's a shit driver?
Well,
She
that's
might
what
just
I
be
mean.
shit.
I don't really have much to compare it to.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't. I think.
Do your
it's
mates
about
not
the
drive?
same.
You girly mate?
Do you get driving misogyny?
Yeah, well, no, I don't think I do. I think actually more so. Like guys get the kind of like the male sort of chauvinist thing where they have to do the dick swinging contest.
You do drive a boy racer's car.
I do, yeah. That is a bit of an issue actually, because people do want to like have a bit of a drive.
Yeah,
off.
she's got a Nissan Skyline.
I wish I did.
I have followed you while driving, and you do drive like a little bit of a psychopath.
Well, I've got places to go. I've got people to see.
We were going to Glastonbury together.
People to run over.
People to kill.
Yeah, exactly. People
I
to
didn't
kill.
know the way. You were driving beyond me.
I didn't know the way either.
Right.
But anyway, but like also,
Car
right?
friends.
No, hang on a minute. Right, just one more thing. So also, like when you're on the motorway, like car Tetris, like all the cars in front of you. Do you think, oh, that one needs to shift there, and if you put that one there and everything, and then you've crashed into
Are
the
you sure you're not German?
then
'Cause
you
that's
crashed
very
into
German.
the car in front of you?
That's very German. Like,
How many times have you
thinking.
crashed your car?
I haven't. Touch
wood.
wood. Fucking touch wood. I've been pranked quite a
It's a
few.
glass table.
I've been
Candy.
rear-ended.
fucked it.
No.
Do you know what wood is?
Listen, Stig just stood up there.
Audio description.
I offered my Woody.
But excellent. I mean, car friends. We'll put it in the
Yeah,
Candyland
thanks.
vaults. I just can't relate.
Is Candyland Room 101?
No, it's
we've got a
worse.
special room on.
It's worse.
I missed the room 101.
Can we end this podcast, please? If you're not a patron,
You end it. You the host.
Shut up. This is the end of the show. If you're not patron, if you are patron, we'll see you in the green room in a second. But thank you for bearing with whatever this is. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Don't stop. We're in the green room. Fuck it. What are you all on?
Beer?
Sugar.
Crack.
Have you lost that vodka, Candy?
Yeah. Like,
Absolutely.
It's not that bad. It's not that
What?
bad, is
Is
it?
it a
It's
quarter?
not that bad.
What do you mix it with? Pineapple, coconut, and banana fruit smoothie.
That's quite pathetic.
Yeah, it's not that
It's
bad,
all
is
weekend.
It's her third bottle.
it? Yeah, exactly.
Jesus fucking Christ, Candy. That
alright.
stinks, that mixer.
No, it's nice. It's like a penis enlarger.
If you like penis and largers. Smells like vomit. Smells like vomit.
It does smell like vomit.
Anyway, bottoms up.
Horrible.
It's leaving a fucking trail on the
Smells like
glass.
vomit.
There's so much sugar in there.
I know.
It smells like
I know,
Poppy
it's
Flag
my second
Town
bottle.
Centre on a Sunday morning.
It does smell a bit like sick.
Oh, it's not that bad.
No, it's not. Nothing's that bad. Christ. Have you ever smelt outside a KFC on a Sunday morning?
Oh.
Fucking rancid.
I'm not a big KFC man.
No, I'm not.
I'm not bad.
It used to be nice, but not anymore.
Gives me the shit.
Yeah.
I think fast food gives everyone the shits, really, let's be fair.
Nah, just
That's too greasy.
So, we're in the green room and there's a green table.
It is a
Very
green table.
green.
Finally.
Yeah, and I mean, I've not even seen Biggie all night because he's in green camo. I don't even know where he is.
Very demure, very mindful.
Check out my
Yeah.
Crocs.
Even his
You
Crocs
can't
are
even
camo.
see them.
Very demure.
He's-
Yeah, very mindful. I
Biggie
agree.
is wearing his own branded T-shirt though.
Yes, thank you, Stu.
I got
Oh, I've
that.
got
Stick.
biscuits for the green room.
Yeah, I bought him up for his 50th.
Oh,
50th, don't out him.
I was about to.
For the,
I nearly said.
I
I nearly said 40th, and I corrected myself.
It says Biggie along the top, and then it's got some random black dude on it. I don't know who that's supposed
Hey,
to
it's
be.
Biggie.
Biggie.
It's
Biggie
Small.
Smalls.
Biggie Smalls.
know, I'm making a joke.
Oh, it wasn't very clear.
No, funny.
It wasn't
Thank
very
God it's not a
clear.
beat, did he? Though? That'd be awkward.
It sounded very genuinely very cynic.
Oh, he's
that
a good
guy?
actor.
Who is that guy?
King.
Yeah, hello everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
You're on your old zoodles.
I'm on my holidays.
You're on your old.
This is literally his holiday.
Have we got any questions?
Stop eating on the podcast. What have I told yous? Anyway.
different roles are in.
Yes, we have we have questions. The first one from Mr. Biggie Smalls
There he is.
is perfect casting.
So, Stiggy made me think of this. He was talking about Nathan Fillion.
Into the mic. Fuck's sake. You've only done this for fucking 500
Stiggy made me
episodes.
think of this because he was talking about Nathan Fillion earlier, who I thought would have made the perfect Nathan Drake
Yeah.
for the video games. Had
I
they
agree.
done a TV series or movie back then?
Did you ever see the fan film
I
involving
did.
him?
I did.
Yeah, I did.
So good.
It is.
Really good.
So it made me think, what would you like to see as a perfect casting in something that you like? Or hasn't been made, but you think would be like, bang, put that person.
Who would be
in.
good for something?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a good question, but I wish you'd asked me like 2 days ago.
I just thought of it, man. You can come back to it.
No. We're going to ruminate on this. We're going to wait until we've got a good answer. This is what they're paying for.
You know, this is a weird reversal of things, but mostly because I read the book before I saw the film. And it's probably a controversial opinion, but I think Rutger Hauer would have played Deckard better than Harrison Ford.
Yeah, I can see it.
See it, yeah.
Because,
But you see him as Roy Blatty, that's a problem.
well, of course, yeah, in hindsight of it, but like if you were to
Imagine not.
if you were to go back to the 80s and you were to do
Because he could have done that, Ronnie, right?
yeah,
That was his-
yeah.
that was his-
If you were to go back to the 80s and do Android's Dream of Electric Sheep as a film, not calling it Blade Runner, like a different kind of film,
Yeah.
the Deckard that you have in the book is very different to the Deckard that you get in the film.
Yeah.
The Deckard you get in the film is
It's very emotionless, really, isn't he, in a way?
yeah, and it's supposed to lead into that: is he aesthetic, is he not?
Yeah.
But the one in the book has more motivation and he has a bit more about him. And he isn't a rapist.
Ah, there is that.
I think Rutger Hauer would have actually put a lot more humanity into that role. Because the thing with Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep is Deckard is a human. Like,
Yeah.
it's quite clear that he's not a replicant.
Yeah.
And I think he would have played that role better.
I'm down with that one. I've had one, and I've always thought about it for years, and it obviously it's a role that everyone knows. The Joker. We've had loads of the Jokers.
Chris Pratt.
yes, Batman.
Isn't there any four official?
Of course it is. Chris Pratt is a Joker. Chris
Daniel
Pratt's a
Day-Lewis.
Batman. Chris Pratt is.
Oh,
everyone else.
hang on. Let him cook. I'm interested in this.
Daniel Day-Lewis, not in a Joker biopic, but Daniel Day-Lewis more on the Heath Ledger side, where he's not in it that much, but he's doing his Day-Lewis shit, and he's an older Joker, and he's an older Batman more.
Dark Knight, I think.
Dark Knight, yeah.
Have you seen what? Instantly on a quick tangent. Have you seen what the new Joker is?
No.
So the new Batman is he isn't rich. The Joker is.
Fuck me, that's good.
Oh, is this? Yeah, I've seen where the Batman like his bat symbol is like.
Yes. So
That's
Batman's just like a regular Joe.
A thug.
Yeah, and the Joker is a rich
Elon
person.
Musk.
And the reason he's called the Joker is because people say because he never laughs. So it's like
Yeah, it's
a turn on the fact that he doesn't.
sarcastic.
Is that the film
Yeah.
version? With the
No,
it's
it's
a new
a comic.
comic.
Oh, okay.
We'll get onto that. We'll get on that.
Absolute Batman.
Absolute Batman, yeah. They've twisted and make the Joker the rich one.
But I genuinely think that people have said Daniel Day-Lewis for Bruce Wayne. I'm like, no, Joker.
No.
Joker. And it doesn't. It can lean more to like a Jack Napier style, Kingpin style Joker, because Daniel Day-Lewis has done that kind of thing with Gangs of New York and that, hasn't he? Where he's like a leader of a gang and stuff. What are you trying?
I'm trying.
What are you trying, boy?
Trying to show you the designs for Absolute Batman.
Don't.
It's built like a brick
See, yeah,
shit
that's
house.
it. See, now Alan Richard could be Batman.
I love him.
Looking at that Batman, look
I
at the size
love
of him.
That looks like Simon Bisley, yeah.
But he's it's Batman's supposed to be a steel worker or something like that.
Look at him. It looks like he is steel.
But the
Still, some would say.
the bat symbol on his it's not a suit, it's his armor.
Yeah.
Comes off and becomes an axe.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay. But yeah, that Daniel Day-Lewis Joker, I think you'd all watch that. And he's out of retirement now.
I'd watch Daniel Day-Lewis read the fucking newspaper.
That'd be good. This is the news with Daniel Day-Lewis.
Not the breaking news, because I'm not.
No, he's not as good as you, pal.
Thank you.
Stig and I have said it before, but I think Stephen Fry for Dumbledore.
Yeah, now he's a bit older.
Yeah, I think
Got the
he'd be
right
perfect.
demeanour and the
Do
right
you remember
voice for
Stephen
it.
Fry in the second
Well, I
Hobbit
mean,
film?
he's certainly not going to shout at Harry Potter for putting his name in the Goblet of Fire.
No.
Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
Said Dumbledore calmly.
Well, Stephen Fry's in the second Hobbit film as the mayor of Lake Town, sorry, and he's very Harry Potterian in that. You remember him? Have you seen that?
I remember him.
He's
He's
the
probably
mayor.
about the best thing in it.
He's the best thing in that film.
I tried to watch it with my daughter, but I missed stages.
The second one's worse. Desolation of Smaug's worst one by a fucking massive stretch. But
Which is a shame because the special effects on Smaug are really good.
it looks like Cumberbatch. How does they make a dragon look like Cumberbatch?
But Cumberbatch is the worst
Oh, it's
person to
about
play the
Hobbit
fucking
film.
dragon.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about Harry Potter.
No, Hobbit film. He
Yeah,
plays
he's
the mayor.
yeah.
Of Lake Town. And
He's good in that.
He's very Harry Potterian,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Because I haven't seen Harry Potter, but I know what you mean. He's a very bumbling. Yeah.
I was also going to say like, Eddie Izzard for Professor Umbridge, but everyone loves Eddie Izzard too much.
I couldn't hack Eddie Izzard playing Umbridge.
No.
Yeah.
No, because you want to like Eddie
Like-
Izzard.
Yeah.
Like the thing, I like Imelda Staunton, but I can believe her as Umbridge.
And then I couldn't like her as the Queen.
I could.
No.
Cool, let's move on then, if you don't know
I
any.
thought about ages ago that I thought would be a perfect Miles Morales, and I just tried to look it up if I could remember, but he's gone.
There was a.
It's just really annoying.
I
But he
always
was
thought that-
just-
Jaden Smith.
No, it was just it was a young black actor, and he was really good in something I saw, and I thought, fucking would have been perfect for
Cobra
Miles
Kai?
Morales. No, it's not that lad in Cobra Kai.
There was the lad who.
see-
Obviously, if you did a Miles Morales film about maybe 10 years ago, the lad who was played the lead in Everybody Loves Chris.
Yeah.
He would have been really good as Miles Morales.
That kid
He's
in
in
Cobra Kai.
Abbott Elementary now, I think.
The black kid in Cobra Kai, in one episode, he wears a Spider-Man t-shirt. With
He does.
the logo.
Yeah,
Which
I
made
mean,
me
he's
think
kind of got
about
the
it.
fit and everything, but
He
I
got
just,
big on it as well after a season, didn't he?
Yeah,
I just
I thought
don't-
maybe he was trying to promote himself.
it wasn't him. I'm just can't think who it was now.
You know, there was a if they were to do kind of an alternative version of like The Social Network, where it didn't have to be too close to reality. Danny Pudi as Zuckerberg,
Yeah.
Who's that?
Brian Abbott.
Abed from Community.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very on spectrum, but genius level intellect. Terrible with humans.
Have you
But-
seen
but
how
somehow
they've
charming.
But somehow
They've
charming.
rebranded Zuckerberg now. He's clearly had some kind of PR. It's like, you need to start appealing to people as a normal person.
Aye.
Oh, yeah.
Aye, Mark
Grow your
Zuckerberg.
hair out, wear some oversized t-shirts. Look
Oh yeah,
cool.
I see him talking about his Steam library the other day. He's talking about. So I'm such a gamer. I've played like 1,000 hours of Civilization 6. I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna help me, mate.
Yeah, but
We're
at
not
least
I love Civ 6.
We're not
but-
control
he looks
the
a bit
world.
more normal now. He doesn't look as much as an android as he's always looked before. A long time ago, Willem Dafoe as the Joker would have been a good
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
big time.
Like a crazy Joker, he'd have been good.
Yeah, he would. Cool. Next question.
Bobby Wayne, Oodles' heterosexual life partner,
He's one of.
has said, if you were totally honest about your strengths and weaknesses, which apocalypse from film, TV, or gaming do you think you'd have the best chance of survival? Could you take on hordes of Walking Dead zombies, survive the wastes of a nuclear fallout, Could you beat the cold of an ice age or the isolation of being the last man on Earth?
Mate, I nearly died eating fish this week.
Sounds like Fallout.
Pre-packaged square
Fucking
fish.
square fish.
It wasn't like you caught it and then
No.
you got sick.
No, I don't think it's about any.
I think if it wasn't for the other humans, The Walking Dead would be piss easy to live in. Because, like...
You just walk around them.
Yeah, because, exactly. They're
You can
slow,
dress up as them,
they're
can't you?
shambling,
You
you
can
can
put a
dress
bit-
up
bit
as them.
of
And
the
also,
gore
they don't teleport in real life like they do in the show. Like, in the show, they're out in the middle of the woods, and then all of a sudden, they're there on the humans, without having made a single noise.
And all you need is a baseball bat
Yeah.
and a crossbow.
Fucking stealth zombies.
I think that world would be quite easy, but the problem in that world is other humans.
I tell you what, I would
not
survive.
the zombies.
I would survive very easily if the apocalypse was based on people that ate meat. Like if it infected meat, I'd be like, I'm still alive. Oh yeah,
Yeah, but it depends what we turn into.
dead. Just turn into dead.
Oh, just dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I'd be like, oh look at all my dead friends.
oh no, that's not. Yeah, but that's.
Me and the vegans survive. I'd be so boring though. Yeah.
Turn to meat and die. Just.
I just do it just to die and I'd have to talk to vegans because you know when the fucking vegans in the room, they'll tell you. Boring.
Do you know what? I think I'd be quite, as long as it was a control vault, I'd be alright in a Fallout vault, as long as it wasn't a horrible one.
You wouldn't leave. I wouldn't
Yeah,
leave.
I'm not asked about going outside.
That vault that Ella Pennell's character is in. At the
Fine,
start.
innit?
Yeah, fine.
And if she's in there as well.
Love to stay in there. Look, it's
Yeah.
nice little community. They're just cracking
I
on
like
all
that
the
one
way,
with-
cracking on with their life.
no, look, it would be like the fucking Cult of Gary one.
No, I like that
Yes.
one with the Grease Lightning lads, the snake vipers.
Oh, yeah.
Tunnel snakes.
Tunnel snakes. I like them. I'll be with them. Me greasing my hair, like clicking every time I'm talking. That's what I want to be in that vault.
No, we'd be in the druggy one.
Druggy vault, the jet
Oh.
vault. We're all fucking high.
Yeah.
Yeah, survive the waste of nuclear fallout's a possibility.
Right, if you can be in the vault, you're usually fine.
Yeah, I think I'd maybe, like, if I was out in the wastes, I'd be like a trader or something, just minding my own
Might be-
business.
you might
You'd
become
be a
super
fucking
ghoul.
raider.
Yeah, well,
You might become a ghoul and live forever.
I don't think I like the ghoul
No
life.
nose though. No nose.
My PlayStation backlog would keep me
You-
busy.
you and
nice
what,
and
Loggins?
it's the last
Oh,
one
actually,
there.
that sounds alright.
And if you're a ghoul, you'd be functionally invincible.
Yeah, probably.
No nose,
I have
though.
my own cheat
Or a
code.
dick. I know you ain't got a dick now, but
Tits might
That's
fall
what you
off.
think. Yeah, they might mind though, yeah.
yeah.
You don't see that many ghoul
But
tits.
you'd get an excuse to go to go, what are you doing, smooth skin?
Yeah.
She said that to me earlier.
No, I'd be like the singer in Good Neighbour. She's alright.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Let's be the mayor of Good Neighbour at the very least.
Hancock.
Yeah.
He
Get
falls
yourself a
in love
nice
too-
tricorn hat
He
and
falls
take
in love
over.
too easily though. Like I keep trying to get rid of him. He's in love with me.
I tell you what though, to jump on that question, like if I had to choose an apocalypse, it'd definitely be asteroid. Just wipe us out.
No. The proper apocalypse. The moonfall.
The moonfall.
Yeah.
The ultimate asteroid.
The ultimate asteroid.
King of asteroids, the moon.
I feel like Roland Emmerich should start a religion.
Yeah, don't, because it will. It will. But yeah,
A play on that. Imagine there's the Shaun of the Dead zombie apocalypse,
cricket bats.
and you're in your house.
Dire Straits record.
What's your first weapon of choice?
Dire Straits record.
Definitely not Prince.
No, in your house. In your house.
In my house.
So you're in your
Baseball
house.
bat.
You've got a baseball bat though.
Yeah, metal one. You haven't seen where I live. These two have.
I have.
No, I know that. But that's what you've actually got.
I've got a baseball bat, a big
What have
fucking
you got?
slugger.
I have Brothers in Arms on vinyl.
Sade soundtrack.
Amazing.
Pip's got her parents' vinyl,
Yeah.
and so her dad was into a lot of prog rock and like glam rock, like T-Rex, War of the Worlds, stuff like that. Great stuff.
Marillion.
There's some really. Her mother
Not
was
so much.
Her mother was into Catholic choir music, so I've got a lot of weapons right there.
It's got a lot of Enya
Wow.
to throw.
No. Proper Catholic
Not
choirs.
even good stuff like Enya. Enya's
No.
good.
Catholic choirs.
Oh god.
The kind of things where the people on the front of it are in their fucking
Yeah.
Catholic
yeah.
churchy dress kind of shit. Yeah. So that shit's getting thrown at zombies.
I've just got a base. You can get them from Sports Direct.
Oh, no, you can, but I was thinking what
worth
you've actually got in your
You get
house.
a big mug with it as well.
What about you, Candy? What you got?
I've got loads in my house. I've got saws. I've got
Nunchucks.
nunchucks. I've got like
You got a pulse rifle.
I've got a pulse rifle. Like,
Sweet.
I've got,
She's got a crawl.
I'm coming to your house
yeah,
when
I'm
this
set.
all
Not
happens.
only that, I'm on the first floor now, so I'd be all right.
You've also got Panda, who is the most murderous creature ever.
Exactly, murder mittens, McGee.
Yeah.
They'd get to my landlord first.
What weapon have you got stick apart from those on your arm, baby?
Nothing, just kitchen knives,
That's enough though, isn't it, in brain?
I mean,
pots and pans.
Yeah.
Teddy and Sonny aren't going to help you. They're just
No,
going to like wag their
He's
tail.
Yeah.
he's chucking them out the fucking window.
I fucking got to his house today, rang the doorbell, and he was upstairs, and he shouted, "Come in!" So I just walked into his house, and his 2 dogs are like spinning around in front of me for love. That's like, great God, dogs!
Now that's how they attack. They're trying to turn you into a twister. It's bad that. Cool. Another question.
Last one we've got from Xenos. At time of recording, so at this precise moment in time,
Wow.
which of you is the most drunk?
Stig.
Please show you're working. Candy,
No, I think I've come back round a bit actually. I
Yeah,
got
second
my
wind.
Got my second wind, yeah.
you fucking
Just keep
lived
hearted.
you licked out a donut, and now you're feeling better.
Yeah, I'm just running on pure sugar though. That's the thing. Like I had a sugar crash.
You are going to crash.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
it's bad.
more tired than drunk. I'm quite tired.
I'm nicely drunk.
I'm not.
Hmm.
No,
Biggie,
no one's,
Biggie's quite red.
no one's
I wonder how
massively
drunk he is.
drunk.
It's probably
I
from
don't think
laughing more than anything else.
No one's really gone hard.
We're not doing crazy cut. Tomorrow's hardness. D&D drunk. Have you ever been D&D drunk, listeners?
Yes, we have.
Listeners.
Oh, listen.
D&D drunk's a different breed.
I mean, Jack might have been.
Yeah, definitely.
Usually I go hard on the first night, but I'll just steady away.
It was a long day
You
travelling.
guys were
weren't
pissed
it?
in the car when you got
well.
there.
We had 3 cans.
Those 2 were, not me. I was fucking driving.
Beers, fuck off!
We had 3 tins, mate.
We're just in a good mood.
We had three beers and a piss.
I didn't even have a piss. I've stored it. I'm not wasting alcohol.
I fucking went from Newcastle to here without a piss. The first thing I did, got up to my room, went to the toilet. I was there for like 6 minutes pissing.
Right, I had a protein drink, a lemonade, and then the 3 cans, and I needed a piss.
You delayed us by 3.5 minutes. I timed it. It was a
Okay,
long piss.
Big dick.
it wasn't 3.5 minutes.
I videoed it. It's not. It's 1 minute, 20
it was
minutes, 20
a long.
seconds.
It was a long piss though.
It was because he was just fucking commenting on your
videoed
piss.
it.
And like, at one point he just gives up and
I'm
stops
bored.
while he's still pissing.
I got bored.
It's a long cock to get out of.
You out-pissed his ADHD.
I got bored. A squirrel ran past.
It was going on for a while, just like keeps going and
Well, I
going.
came back from the golf night at my mate Nigel's the other night, and I saw my mum in the morning.
The golf night, like he went golfing.
And she went, "Do you have a good night?" I was, "Yeah, it's not bad." She goes, "Did you drink drive when you get back?" I was like, "I've got a taxi." The first question is,
Putting
"Were you
car keys back
driving?"
in.
Like, I've never drunk drived in my life. What a weird fucking question.
You were driving on that golf course though, weren't you?
Hey!
Oh, it took ages.
Yeah.
That. Oh,
Come on, Oodles. Keep up.
I'm drunkest.
There we go. There you go, Xenos. Oodles is drunkest.
Did I ever tell you that story about my mum asking me if I'd done weed?
Have you done a weed?
Have I done weed?
Have you smoked a weed?
Have I been smoking weed? Yeah.
When?
Did I ever say this? Can't remember if I've ever told this. I apologise if I've told this before. But I was out at the pub, wasn't drinking because I was driving. So like I was just with mates, and I went home. I got home and I was just being stupid with my mum.
In a mood.
Yeah, just silly,
Like
stupid.
earlier.
And she stopped. She's like, "Look at me." I was like, "What?" She's like, "Let me see your eyes." I'm like,
You've been on weed.
"Why?" And she went, "Have you been smoking weed?" And I was like, "Where the fuck's that come from?" I was like, "Well, you're acting really stupid and strange." I was like, "Mum, I've just been
Playful mood.
But yeah, I've just been an idiot, like not doing anything." She's just like, "Well,
I'm calling Frank.
Hannah says that you smoked weed." And I was like,
Yeah, Anna down here
my
now.
sister, I'm like, "You what?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" She says that she came around that house one night and you and your friends were in the back garden smoking on a bong. And I'm like,
On a bong.
and I was just like,
Sat on it.
and I'm like, Mum, that was like 5 years ago. I was like, what are you talking
On
about?
the corner, dreadlocks, big
Yeah,
doobie.
and she's like, well, your sister said that she caught you smoking weed, and I was just like, so? She's like, well, you shouldn't. And my brother just sat there, absolutely howling. She's like, Mum, it's like everyone's tried it. Well, I've never tried it. And he's like, well, yes, because
Maybe she wants to. That's what she was saying.
Maybe she should.
Have you got any weed?
Yeah,
He's
she
like,
only did it.
he's like, that's just you're a bit goody two shoes, a bit of a loser when you grew up. He was like, who cares? And she's like, well, she said, I was like, Mum, we were having, we had some weed. It was like 5 years ago in the back garden. Like, that's like,
I've done my time, Mum. I've done my time.
I'm like, what? It's just so random. Like, the worst thing about that is that my sister, she's such a
Lift up your top.
sometimes.
Life.
She's
She's a
like,
liar.
she caught us doing that weed, and like, so we gave her some of our booze. And I was like, just keep quiet about it. Don't say anything. What's the fucking point? And then all of a sudden, like a few years later, she obviously just dropped it randomly.
Stuart likes weed.
Yeah, and it was just like
If you watch stuff weird and someone smoke weed, you go, like you.
so caught,
Ted.
so caught off guard by that question. Like,
You-
look in my eyes. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Your mother's gone off to like a coffee with her. I don't know about Stuart, all the drug problems that he's got.
The best thing about that night when she did catch us is like we were just sat like on the back step of our kitchen doing it, and she walks across. We'd blocked the front door. She walks around the back, and she catches. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "My mouth around the bong," and I looked at her and just went, "Whoops." And my friend just went. I sent my friend on a whitey. He was like, "Who the fuck says whoops?" And then my sister was banging on about something. Next minute, I just found him in the toilet throwing up. His face was fucking white.
Don't do
He's
drugs,
like, "Who says
listeners.
whoops?" I was
Bad
like,
for you.
I thought I'd test the waters a couple of years ago, like as I go back to my mum's for Christmas.
Mum,
and
do you want a
everything.
joint?
Well, I was like, Mum, do you mind if I just pop out to the conservatory a minute? And she's thinking
The
like,
conservatory.
how do I put this? She's like, yeah, what do you want to pop out there for? I was like, I'm just gonna have a
Smoking a
just gonna have-
jamba.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a little smoke. She's like, okay, do you want a cup of tea? It's like she's
my God.
supremely
My
unbothered.
mum's complete opposite. You know, like, 'cause she knows I had a drug problem. She knows I got really poorly. If I watch anything or talk about it, or she sees a link of anyone on coke, she'll go, you. You. I can't watch Scarface next to my mum. She'll go, you.
I remember when I was 18, and it was back when you could smoke in pubs, and I'd been out with my mates in Hexham, and I got home, I was fucking slaughtered. And I didn't smoke like daily then. It was just like social smoking, and I bought like a pack of 10, smoked them the night, and came home. Pack of 10.
Fucking hell.
And I'd gone to bed, fucking room spinning shit.
I hate that.
And at
Can't
about
do anything about it.
About 9 in the morning, my mother wakes us up. I'd only been in bed for like 4 or 5 hours. I'm like, I am hanging. I am dying. I'm so hungover. And she wakes us up, and she like sits on the bed next to us, and she puts a lighter on the on my bedside cabinet.
You.
Says, your coat smelled like smoke, so I went to clean it, and I found that in your pocket. Either you have been so stupid and started smoking, or you've been so dumb and taken drugs. Which is it? And
Or you're an arsonist.
All that.
I just said to me mum, I says, I had a joint with my mates last night because I knew she'd fucking boot off if I said I was been smoking. And she was like, don't do it again. And she walked off. And I'm like, hang on a second. I confessed to my mum that I smoked drugs that I didn't smoke.
Yeah.
Because instead I had 10 tabs. And I forgot to throw the lighter away.
Amazing.
I got my first cig off my mum.
How do you feel if, like, I generally don't think I'd care if the girls had, like, smoked weed.
No.
But, like, if they won't start smoking because, like,
You don't.
kids these days.
They're not allowed to either legally. They won't be able to buy
But
them.
they hate it.
Yeah.
I think
Kids do
My
not
kids
like
hate it.
smoking.
Such a thing
My kids
nowadays,
hate
yeah.
My kids
I think
don't
it's-
want to
I
see me
absolutely
do
hate
it.
it.
I've seen younger kids vape, which is
Vaping's fine. I mean, even Amelia tells me, she's like, I don't want to vape. Like, it looks disgusting and sounds disgusting.
I think
like,
it's
delicious.
I was like, keep that mindset.
I think it's genuinely worse for kids to start smoking than it is for kids to like smoke weed, because
Yeah, I do. I do.
Weed's not as addictive as nicotine. Nicotine is
Probably
ridiculously
be,
addictive. Like
legal by the time
I
mine grow up.
genuinely regret starting smoking because for like 20-something years I've been trying to quit and I can't.
I social smoke now. Yeah, it's simple as that. I don't smoke.
I mean,
I
I
genuinely
only
am
smoke
baffled.
when I'm with people, but like I vape.
I know I bring it up.
I'm just not a fucking quitter.
I'm generally baffled by that. I do not see the point.
Yeah, it's just
Just don't see the point in smoke.
it's something about it. It's
Yeah,
just-
just-
I never understood
when you're an
social smoking.
ex-smoker,
No.
it's something you still do. It's just-
I did it once when I was in Beirut because
When you were serving in the military.
No, when I went to see my
I mean, I'd
friend.
smoke if I was in Beirut.
When
at the
Beirut
minute.
was actually nice.
During the war.
I wasn't fucking.
When you were in Marines.
Unfortunately, it wasn't like now. I went to see my friend there. And everyone did it.
Yeah,
Everyone
everyone did it.
smoked inside. Every single fucking person was smoking. And I was like, I don't know.
Did you look like an alien?
And I like one night I was just like, I'll just smoke along with him. And I woke up the next day and I was just like, nope. I'm not doing that for the next 3 weeks. I'm here.
To be fair, the first time you smoke is fucking
The worst time.
genuinely awful.
No, I've done it a few times, but like it was just that night. That's the last
I will-
night I've ever had a cigarette.
I
That
will-
was 29.
It matters which cigs you have as well.
Yeah.
2009. That was the last time.
I will say,
Not weed.
compared to most people who do smoke, I do not miss smoking in pubs.
I do.
No, I love it.
I
No,
fucking do.
I love it's not there anymore.
No, I love that it's not there. No,
Like-
I don't
like-
know.
It changes the dynamics of it.
Yeah, I kind of do like going out for a cig.
Well, no,
Kinda nice.
it's like
You won't
it's
even be
like
able to do that
I
anymore.
know a lot
Yeah.
of I know a lot of people from
Thank you.
that I was back friends with like 2007 when the smoking ban came in, who keep complaining. Oh, I hate going outside for a smoke. It's like, no, I like being in a pub and not having my eyes watering,
Yeah.
or like if I go out and I have my vape, just my vape, and don't buy cigarettes. I like being able to come home and not stink of cigarettes.
I like
But
not
also-
waking up in the morning, not stinking of cigarettes for something that I didn't do.
Well, yeah, but it's also if
This
I
podcast has become a PSA.
if I decide to go
Don't
out
smoke,
with
kids.
cigarettes, I like to know that I can maybe have 5 or 6 and not worry about it and not stink of 400 cigarettes, you know?
You used
But,
to come back from the club and you wake up in the
From the
morning.
club.
My bed sheets, my hair stunk of smoke, despite the fact that I didn't smoke.
Yeah.
I stunk of the
Well,
stuff.
your mum never believed you.
I still remember like the week after the smoking ban came in, like I went to meet a guy to audition for his band, and he was at some shitty pub in South Shields. And I remember walking in, it was the first, I'd been to the pub loads of times, but it was the first time I walked in, there'd not been any smoke, and I saw how yellow the walls were. I was like,
Yeah. And it smells of like BO and farts, doesn't it? That's the
Yeah.
trouble. Like you can smell just people farting all over the
They
place.
used to start. They started pumping smells into
Did it?
the air, didn't
Yeah.
they?
Did it?
In the clubs and stuff.
I remember we were in a big group in a pub when that smoking ban came into place, and somebody said, "I'm going out for a cigarette," and all the cool people got up and went out because they were all smokers. The people left at the table were just like,
Nerds.
so funny.
Happy to be one of the nerds.
and now it's the nerds who do smoke. that
And
go
on
outside.
that bombshell, this is the end of your patron Green Room special.
Come on, Noodles, you can end it. You can do it.
I want
Come
to
on.
end this. Let me rev up.
Have you seen The Expanse?
Expanse. I love the Expanse.
Oodles, let's
Stop
talk
wanking
about
over
Lord
Holden.
of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. What do you want to know about it?
Shut up and end the podcast.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Loves ya.
Can you hear the call? Do you recall your papa when he set you on